Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Coach with Coach Podcast with your boy, Coach Hayes, man. And I'm Coach Hayes. And the day of all days, I'm going to need the team, boy. Let me tell you something. It's rough out here in these YouTube streets, man. Coach, I ain't going to lie to you. You know, I can't come on here and fake it. I got to tell you the truth. I done had a rough day, man. A long day, rough day. Everything good. Nobody's passed away. But it just, you know, you have just one of them days, man. And this is why I really need the folks, man. I really need the folks because, boy, I ain't had a chance to check topics, none of that stuff. No excuses, none whatsoever. We're going to chop it up. I need y'all to call in immediately, 862-799-9956. Y'all call in. Let's talk whatever you want to talk. I don't care. It's all good. It's all gravy. I know there's a couple of things I did see. Of course, the shout out to Shaka already calling in. Come on, man. You know what? Y'all do me a favor, man. Y'all clap it up for my man Shaka. Shaka always in the building. First one on the line. Much love to him. Member in the building. Know he got the support, but somebody say I'm in my feelings. I'm not in my feelings, man. It's just one of them days, bro. You know how it go. You know, the difference between, you know, you and I. And
the conference has been locked. The conference has been unlocked. All participants are muted.
The difference between you and I, you have one of them days you ain't got to come on, but the show must go on. Q and Kane, the show must go on. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to make it happen. But shout out to Shaka. Look at this, man. We got Get Up Brown already here on the line. So I appreciate y'all. But anyway, like I said, the only thing I did kind of see a little bit of today as going through some stuff here is the whole Ryan Clark situation has, you know, blown up. That happened late yesterday. A lot of stuff has happened. And I'll just say this, man. I mean, I don't want to downplay this, but, I mean, we're in the industry where people do get fired. You know, if you've been in coaching, sports, entertainment, people get fired. And I'm listening to people today, like, they eulogizing Ryan Clark. Like he passed away. Man, he was a good guy. He was speaking to him in past tense. And I'm like, guys, he cool. I saw a video. He was working out at Planet Fitness. I mean, it ain't his first time, you know what I mean, catching the axe. He'll be all right, you know. But one thing I will say, being in this business, and this is something you definitely have to learn, is you might love the entity, but the entity doesn't love you. It's just like these football players. You may love that logo, but the logo doesn't love you. And I'm just as guilty, right? Hell, I've been fired. And I gave it my all, boy. I'm talking about the good college try, spending 16, 17, 18-hour days, you know, at the schools and all that. And guess what? One day they call you in, be like, hey, we're going another direction. Just that simple, right? And that's the part of this business you have to learn. And that's part of this business, too, where that's the fine line between quality of life and being great at your field and all of that stuff and try to balance that, you know, especially in this sport world, man. Coaching, you know, your family goes through so many sacrifices, moving, long hours, long days, travel, not being home. And one day, some dude in a suit show up and say, hey, we appreciate you, but you got to go. Huh? So it is that part. It is what it is, and I can appreciate it. But that again, it is what it is. No big deal, and that's part of it. Ryan Clark will be just fine. He got plenty going on. Financially, he should be secure. You know, I didn't know this, but I saw somewhere he won or helped win an Emmy for that particular show. And this is what you get, man. And like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things Acho said, but one thing I do agree with is one thing I will agree with, insulate yourself. Start creating your own. Because one thing I know about this business, if you don't have your own, and that's part of why I did this YouTube channel. Well, I didn't do it on purpose. It kind of fell into it. But as I got into the YouTube world, I realized I only have to answer to me. Right? And you guys, of course, but I'm saying I don't have a boss. And that's the thing. At any time, somebody could tell you no. So shout out to Acho giving that advice for people. Start insulating yourself. Use whatever you've gained, the knowledge and skills that you've gained from whatever you're doing, and create your own avenue out of it. Because at the end of the day, any given day, then people can say, nope, we don't want you anymore. I ran into an exterminator today, believe this or not, through part of my journey. I'll just say this and I'll get on the phone. He was a private-owned exterminating company. And we were talking while we stand in this line, and he used to work for Truly Nolan. And he said they were doing layoffs. So while they were doing it, he made the first wave, but he knew he had to start getting his stuff in line because he might have been in the second wave. So what did he do? Start getting the proper licensing, start making sure you understood the infrastructure of the business part of it, not just going to customers' houses, spraying their houses, all of the stuff he needed, the business loan. He would just happen to have that conversation. And then we're talking about an exterminator. So you can do the same thing at your job. You know what I mean? Make sure you insulate yourself in some kind of way, because at any given moment, these people can say, nah, we don't want you anymore. And that's just what it is. So that's my advice for the day. That's my PSA. And like I say, Ryan Clark would be all right. Let's bring in Shock on the line. Shock, talk to us, man. What's on your mind, brother?
What's going on, Coach?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Hey, this is what Coach got to lean on his players today, man. I need your help. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind when it comes to this football thing, man?
Come on, man, Coach. You built for that. Now you talking about a rough day, man. Come on. Now. I know you've been through worse now. Come on,
listen. We built for it, but I'm just saying, there's times where
I know you've seen worse now. You built for that now. Rough days. I mean, we done had rough days, weeks, months, years. You know, small thing to a giant, Coach. Small thing to a giant.
I love it, dog. I love it. No, but to your point, you're 100% right. Yeah, we are built for it. But part of this lesson, too, is that's why you got a team, right? Sometimes you got to rely on the team to help you get through, you know, and that's where we are today. It ain't a down moment, huh? This ain't a sad occasion. Tell me what album that came off of. This ain't a sad occasion. You understand me? But we just having a good time, chopping it up, talking to the folks, man. What's on your mind, brother?
No, I really like, I appreciate what you're talking about as far as, you know, find a way to insulate yourself from because these people sure to chop your head off without a moment's notice out here. In all honesty, I've tried my hand a few times, some different businesses, a couple things worked a few years, but I ain't found nothing that it made me a wealthy man yet. But I'm definitely you know, always had an entrepreneur spirit, so I'm with you on that tip, Coach.
Sure.
Absolutely. You know, it's a good thing you got going with this YouTube hustle. You know what I'm saying? You know, find you a little follower. Matter of fact, on that note, Coach, I wanted to tell you, I don't know how you'll take this, but I know you got a lot of interest in expanding your audience.
Sure.
And obviously, the more viewers and larger it gets, the better, I imagine. But I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings. I kind of feel like, in my personal opinion, you probably gonna disagree and fight with me on this, but in my personal opinion, I was telling Mello, I think I said this to you one time. You know, I seen what they say, what's the analogy I heard? Spago might have, hometown buffet or what's the other one? Our Golden Corral might have a more diverse menu than Mr. Childs or Spago, but don't make it a better restaurant. So just because some of these shows talk about 100 different topics, and you focus on the Canes and WREs or whatever, you might only zero in on one or two topics primarily. But if you're the very best at it, and people look at you as the go-to guy for those topics,
I love it.
You can have a lot of success. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just find a niche audience, and you run that, and you be the best at that, and you can have a lot of success with that. But I get it, man. You want to do as much as you can, but sometimes, you know, you might have more success with a soul food restaurant than you do at a restaurant trying to sell 20 different ethnicities food. Or you might have, you know, some people that's got a little Jamaican or Haitian spot. and they boom and they do big business. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you
just find your little crowd and you serve your crowd, and you be the best at serving your crowd. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Shaka, it's funny you say that. No.
I'm just gonna finish this off my chest. When I told Melo this, because I only met you on this show maybe in July. I came on here late last season, like in the middle of last season, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I found my way to your show, Coach, I never was really much of a online guy getting on these platforms, but I would check out different Canes platforms. And in my humble opinion, you was in my opinion, you was the most informed football guy. And I could tell you had played and coached on some level. I didn't know the specifics of where you played at or where you coached at specifically, but I could tell you did either both or one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I appreciated. And you was on that Cane tip. So when it came to me looking up my Canes and doing what I do with the Canes, for me, you was the go-to guy. So that's how I found my way here. So, in my humble opinion, I don't think people look to you to talk about Kansas football or the Big 12. In my opinion, people come to you to talk these Canes and do these WREs and those kind of things. That's what people,
I get it.
In my opinion, I could be wrong, but that's what I came to you for. So,
well, I'll say this to you, Shaka. Let me say this to you. You're not the first person to tell me that. And remember, I told y'all a while ago on this show, I said, I don't claim to know everything. I'm navigating the world that I've never been a part of, this digital stuff. You know what I mean? It's not really a lot of people. I don't have a team of people. I got a great guy that helps, and he does a lot of editing for me. Awesome dude. And I just got him, well, I can't say recently, but not even from the beginning. So to your point, there's not a lot of people you have to run ideas off of and against. And you start building this. And kind of through this, I've actually formed some friendships with some other guys. Like, shout out to Spoken Reasons. I don't know if you know who that is. But he had a big online presence and whatever, man. And we got, he actually did some work with me at a school, and we just kind of kicked it off even before I started doing YouTube. And we chop it up all the time. And he basically kind of gave me some of that same advice. And you know what's funny about that advice? And maybe I'm being hard-headed. Two things that kind of got me thinking was, one, I love football. So what I didn't want to do, to be very honest, was pigeonhole myself into a Hurricane show. Not that I don't like the Hurricanes, but I did want to talk about football, right? And the Hurricanes actually came second after the WREs. And I tell people all the time, the reason we had the subscribers we have is because of the WREs, the breakdowns, because, to your point, we touched so many different fan bases, right? Because we did all these kids that's going to different schools. Because I mean, not that I didn't care about the Canes, but I was just looking at the top players. And then as the season came on, shout out to my man V12, he's the one who actually said, man, let's start doing live shows about the Hurricanes. Okay. I didn't know how to even do a live show. I remember my first live show, I believe it was Motivated Dedicated. I believe was like, Coach, where your super chats at? I'm like, oh, what the hell is a super chat? I didn't even know what that stuff was, So I learned as I went. Now 6 years in the game, you got to, shout out to Ryan Clark, pivot sometimes. And what you're bringing up is actually something I've really been thinking about, of honing into a particular audience, still doing the WREs. I think that's the flagship of this channel. But when it comes to the conversation and the talk, I really think that's where it is. And if you notice, I even changed it from all of the different names to just Coach Me Coach podcast. You notice that? I don't know if you guys noticed that. It's still the Coach Me Coach podcast where we talk about everything. So the name is Coach Me Coach. That way you're not, because here's the deal. In this space, if it's only orange and green up there, other people are not going to watch. That's just what it is, right? They're just not. You know what I mean? If it's labeled that. And And, that's just kind of really what it was. And even naming the show, I had a good buddy of mine, I'm thinking like, what should I name this to? Like, fourth down or, zone blitz and all that. And my man was like, bro, brand yourself. That's why it's called Coach Hayes Football. Like, you know what I mean? Because I did try not to just pigeonhole myself into this corner. And once you do that, it's hard to get out of. And I'll make a quick parallel. It's the same thing when I'll just use maybe some Kane shows like Kane Sport, and that's where they want to focus. That's fine. Or Kane's Insight. Shout out to those guys. Or let's say even these new Colorado shows that popped up. What happens when Prime leaves Colorado? What do those shows do? They got to now rebrand themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like the Buff Express or whatever. So that's something I was trying to eliminate. But to your point, I have put a lot of thought into what you're saying. And shout out to Spoken Reason. He told me, Coach, you ain't got to have the whole pie. But whatever piece of the pie you get, make sure you take care of it. That was his advice to me. Shout out to Spoken Reason. Right? He said, whatever. Yeah, and that's fair.
No. I mean, you now that I hear you say that, you could, maybe I'm off. I don't want to pigeonhole you either, brother. I don't know. I'm just, I guess I was just telling you I know what made me find you as a fan or whatever. What made me tap into what you got going on. So, and also what I was saying, Coach, believe it or not, like I observe. So when I get on here, like I notice when I come on here and I chop it up with you on these shows or whatever, like usually it's between, I guess you do the live shows Monday to Wednesday. So I usually come chop it up with you them 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I started noticing a pattern that I see, like when you did you had the Big 12 show, you did one when you try to break down what's going on with Central Florida, for example. And I see you trying to diversify the topics or whatever. But I do notice a pattern when I come back the next day within them first 24 hours. Like when you do Kane's topics, usually you have upwards of 2,000 people within that next 24 hours that watch this live.
That's correct.
When you do those other topics, the crowds are generally smaller. It's generally about a quarter of that. You might have 500-600 people that watch that.
That's correct.
So that tells me, maybe I'm wrong, but that tells me that's kind of why I said I don't think a lot of people look at you as a go-to guy, and that's no disrespect to you, but I don't think people look to you to talk Big 12 football, for example.
Right.
They come to you to talk Canes at the end of the day. That's what those numbers tell me, because it reflects that when you look the next day, when you watch some Canes shows, that seems to be the ones that most people seem to tap into, as opposed to something. It seems like it's harder for you to get traction with those other topics.
100%. And the reason is
that don't mean to give up trying to get traction with them, but
no, correct. But what happened is, because we did so much Kane content, we did the pregame show, we did the postgame show, I did the good, bad, and uglies. I created so much more content about one particular topic, which was the Canes. It kind of created that little ecosystem right there. So to your point, you're right. You know what I mean? And that was part of that. But bro, I can appreciate everything that you said, and you're not wrong. It's something I've really been thinking about when it came to this show. And that's why I tried to be consistent with these Coach Me Coach and bring up different topics and that kind of stuff. Because, like I said, I mean, I love my Canes. I ain't gonna lie, y'all know that. But it's hard for me to talk about them every day, because for me, it's like people who live ain't never left Miami. The world is bigger than Dade County 305. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I be wanting to talk about the world. I be wanting to talk about, like, I get it. Kansas ain't hot. But man, they on the hot road, because I just love football. Like I said, somebody called me the other day. Guess what I was watching?
What's that?
I was watching North Dakota State playing South Dakota, dog. It was just on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at not just the game, I'm looking at the plays, the mindset. I don't even have to have the sound on. I don't care about the commentator. I'm just looking at the flow of the game, what they run in, the motions. That's just because I just love the game. I love the chess match. And you can learn much more. That's why I say, you got to, for me, I love to look outside of even Miami, because You get to see, just like when we was in the Discord the other day. Hell, I started watching the Ole Miss. I started watching Penn State, Ohio State, just to see what's what, and end up seeing that play. I was just talking about how I can watch anything, bro. I remember driving one day. This is the guys on the truth shop. A Little League football game was going on. I pulled over and sat there for 2 hours.
Right.
Right. Didn't say a word. Nobody. I just sat there for 2 hours watching some Jets play.
Little League ball, man.
Yeah.
That's the pure form of the game, man. The shorties, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they were older. They were middle school age kids, but I'm just saying,
right.
Bro, I could sit up here and watch. I'll go back and watch old Hawaii with Devon Best and them boys and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? It don't matter. But to your point, I do appreciate it. Matter of fact, let me do this, man. Let's just have a little fun tonight, if y'all don't mind. I'm just gonna open this thing up. I ain't gonna waste people's time. Let's have fun tonight, man. You call in, you get in.
Hey, open that thing up, baby.
We're gonna have a good time tonight,
What's
man.
going on?
I'm good, man. Right now, I got Get Up Brown on the line as well as Cali Mike on the line, man. This is the team right here.
Man, hey, Coach, I'm trying to get that fantasy football, baby. Coach. I need the info.
But Coach, I gotta say this to you.
Talk to me.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You can hear me, Mike? Cali Mike.
Mike must mute his phone.
Maybe. All right, we got Dub in here. Talk to me, Get Up Brown. Dub City, what's up?
What's good? What's good?
Coach, I'm trying to get in that fantasy football league, Coach. Where do I go to get information at?
Send me $7,000 right now.
No, sir. I'm gonna send you $100, $102, and call it a day.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna send you.
Well, speaking of the fantasy, there it is right there. Popped up over my head. Do me a favor. Matter of fact, let's open it up to everybody right now. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Open it up to everybody.
Here's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna put this information in the chat right this minute. I'm gonna put all the information in the chat. Right? Hold on. Let me do this the right way. Hopefully, y'all don't get foolish with it. Let Bruce hit it. Let me do this right now. I just put all of that in the chat. It came in 3 different sections, as you can see. 1,
I see it.
2, and 3. It don't let me do it all in one. Right there, it says there will be 3 levels for the league this year. $25 entry for $250, winner. $50 entry for $500. $100 entry for $1,000. Right? Make the Zelle payment to Coach Hayes Fantasy. Be sure to put your email address in the memo section, or I cannot.
Yep. Hey, Coach.
Hold on.
Last year, you won't have a problem with this year.
I know. Hold on. I want to make sure I read this clearly to the people so they can hear.
Okay.
If you don't put your email address in the memo section, I cannot send you the invite link, and you just made a donation to the Hayes Foundation. All right. Make sure you see Coach Hayes Football LLC before you send the money. If you send it to Coach Hayes something else, you might get robbed. Look out for an email from Fantrack Sports. And the last is check spam folder as well. All right. Sometimes that stuff go to the spam folder. Click the link and let the games begin. For any questions, email me at coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. Also, I'm going to say this. First come, first serve. The first one that put in, they get the next order in the draft. And I'm going to tell you right now, that Hundo already got, let's see how many people got in the Hundo. I just want to put this out here. We already got 7 to 12 spots left. So there only 5 spots left. The 50
don't worry about it.
Got 5. And the 100 only got 1 person. So you got plenty. So if you go ahead and do it now, by the time 12 midnight hit, you'll have an email. Check it out.
Okay, well, I'm in drive-through exactions. I put it in when I get to the house.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Been cutting grass all day.
All right.
Through the rain.
Okay. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I want to say 2 things before we get this show started. Nobody want to watch you talk about football, man.
I appreciate it.
Second thing, Kelly Mike, since you on this line, bro, you got to let other people talk. Don't do what you did last night and over-talk, Coach. Let other people talk. That's all I got right now.
You can't blame Kelly Mike. Coach better start landing that plane. throwing that bell on.
Hey.
You can't blame Kelly Mike now. That's Coach A's fault.
That is my fault. Because I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. And again, I be getting caught up in the doggone conversation sometimes. I be having to get that thing happen. But guess what, Kelly Mike? That's the Kelly Mike bell. Right there. That's the Kelly Mike bell.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Beloved Sandworm. Do what you did last year, beloved Sandworm.
Complaining, but they ain't calling.
There you go. Talk to him, Kelly Mike. Let them know that they ain't even calling. You 3 hours behind and you still on time. Huh?
Exactly.
At work, too. At work.
We can't hardly hear you, Shock. You sound muffled.
Kelly Mike at work, too. Still calling at work.
There it is.
Stop stealing them people money.
That man dedicated.
Hey, somebody got to do it.
Ooh,
somebody got to do it. Why not Kelly Mike?
Kelly Mike, you a true Kansas historian, Kelly Mike.
We do what we do. We tried Shaka over there. We got to get Coach right. Coach, you doing your thing, though. But see, I'm going to just say this, Coach, what you and Shaka was talking about a second ago. It's patience, Coach, because you getting there. People see you good, you're knowledgeable, you bring up all the different things about like when the players, the headlines. I mean, you rolling with that. I like the headline stuff and the Kane stuff, but you just got to keep doing it. I think it's just a grind mode. You Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hell, I ain't gonna lie, Thursdays and Fridays lacking. We missing it. But
you know what? You know why you say that?
It's working. I just think it's more of a stick to it thing.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And you know what?
What was they talking about? Because I missed it. I was taking some boxes to the recycle thing and going to the mailbox, so I missed that part.
No, we're just talking about the show and the format. But to your point, though, guys. But to your point, I'll say this: the reason Thursdays and Fridays is because that's why, like I said, we're trying to reformat, me and my man trying to reformat some of the WRE formats to make them a little more interesting and not redundant. But also in the off season, that's where you get a lot of these commitments. But as you know, when the season comes, you're gonna have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you'll be off. But then Friday, Saturday, you're talking football again because you got live shows and all that. So you'll get a lot more impact. You know what I mean? But no, to your point, I totally get where you're coming from.
Oh,
I totally get
it.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep grinding, Coach. That's it, baby. I mean, I actually see it, and I think you got something with how you did, with the Kangaroo Black thing about going against the other school. It's a market there, Coach, because I think during the season, like the week before we play a team or something, and you can go back and forth with let's say we get a Notre Dame or a Clemson person or whomever the week before. And then, maybe that next week we come back and chop it up after it's over, do little small things like that. But what you're doing is working.
I agree with you 100% on that one, Kelly Mike. That will work.
Hey, now listen, I agree with y'all too. Here's my problem, y'all. And shout out to Rawhide. Rawhide told me, say, Coach, you might have to lose one of these debates, Coach. Because don't nobody be wanting to come up no more. Like that. That's be honest with you. That, you know what I mean?
Call them out, Coach. Just call them out. If you call them out, they'll come. I mean, just find one of these, let's say a Notre Dame. Find somebody, listen to them a little bit, and go on your show and call them out.
Listen.
And trust me, they coming because they ain't going to.
No, they not.
Just call them out. But
Mike,
you got to call them out.
Mike, I done it.
Call them out.
Hold up.
Let's check it out. Who you called out from Notre Dame?
Hold up. Did you hear what a Google man say? He said the other dude wouldn't come on because he thought I'm a big timer because of the subscriber count. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, the dude Mike that was in the show the other night, remember I said, hey, Mike, get one of your guys, because Mike, shout out to Mike. You saw his name was like Dallas, somebody, big Notre Dame fan. And he does support the channel now. Anything I put out with Notre Dame, with the WREs, he put it in the message boards and all that. So he really, we go back and forth, but he does support. But I told him, give me one of these Notre Dame folks on here before we get ready to get going. And I'm all for it, though. I just think Bro, my name Mud out here in the street, boy. They got hateful coach. When I get in that kitchen, I'm gonna give you the best meal I could prepare. I promise you. I promise you.
Coach, and the name, you know how and the name with large fry and a medium. Hey, bro, you got to mute, man. We want to hear your order.
You got to mute up, dog.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach, and on top of that, I already got a name for that episode. You can call that Chef Hayes, because you're gonna cook them.
We already got it. Cooking with Coach.
You can hear me, Coach?
I got you. Talk to him, Sean.
Hey, y'all got to be off on this, but I think you got to find somebody else that's tied to one of them teams that does this stuff that got a similar background as yourself, meaning somebody who played and coached as well. Like, as far as like dudes like Kangaroo Jack or whatever, that's cool, but they're not going to want it with you because they might put on for their crowd because they got to save face or whatever. But at the end of the day, they could pick up the fact they know when they listen to you talk ball that you know ball on a different level than they do. You got to find somebody. They can't compete with him. Shaka. All
right. So let's do this. All right. So let's do
find
this.
Somebody who coached and played as well that feel like I could stand toe to toe with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna work against somebody who ain't playing coach as well, bro. They're not gonna want it. They're gonna act like they want it in front of all these people online here, but.
All right, let's do this right now. Let's do this right now.
Pressure, though.
All right, listen, let's do this right now. I put in Notre Dame podcast on YouTube. We got Locked On Irish. Let me see who else want this smoke. Locked On Irish, Eminem's podcast, Locked On Irish, Notre Dame football on Irish Sports Daily. Let's see what these people do. We can smoke them out right quick. I don't want to play.
That's probably the best one to go with, because and we see them this year too.
No, but I'm just saying I could do anybody. I don't care who it is. And again, it's all about fun, right? Like, I don't take this stuff personally. And I think that's the difference between a lot of people. When they get on here, they get so fanned out about their team that they get their feelings hurt. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. It's fun. It's YouTube. I'm not gonna ever take a personal shot at nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that, well, I can't say that. I did one person. I told him he had stretch marks around his mouth, but he deserved that one. But other than that.
See, and then on top of that, Coach, like, you always keep it 100. Mm-hmm. And when you go to them Kangaroo Jack shows and stuff like that, they not going to keep it 100. They just going to be, you know what I'm saying? Because they done start a narrative and they got to stick with that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go over there, whatever, all they do is, ask them a question. They're not going to answer the question. They're going to play dumb with the question.
That's okay.
But ask Coach a question, Coach going to answer that question.
Yeah, because I'm not fanned out.
Or they're going to go to that, last 20 years, y'all ain't did nothing. That's all they're going to keep saying. The last 20 years, what y'all did, y'all ain't even been relevant. That's all they go to. It's the same thing. Now, when you come in with when you hit Kangaroo and Piano Man with that, you don't think that the boy is the right fit. See, you blew them out the water because they didn't see that coming. They keep, they want to holler about this old school stuff. You talking about right now? Let's talk about today. And I think that's what throw them off, Coach, because they ain't with that. They got to always go to something that you can't defend. They want to talk about from 2003. Y'all ain't won in 25 years. We winning now. What we talking about today?
Yeah, and I'll say this to you, Mike.
They go to. They can't.
No, exactly. I'm to your point. And the only reason, shout out to Kangaroo Black though. I think he's a person that doesn't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have those conversations and he don't get all, bent out of shape, even though I think he fanned out, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the only reason I really started talking about them was because the way they tried my dog E. Brown. I couldn't let them pick on the elderly like that. So I had to go over there and straighten them out, man. They kicked my dog out his wheelchair. So I had to make sure I went over there and straightened them out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I mean, I enjoy those kind of conversations, right? Like, because it is a challenge and banter, but at the end of the day,
you and that dude, who's the one from Notre Dame, the ex-quarterback that had that talk a few weeks ago about thought it was a fluke how it did. Was it Malik Zaire or something?
Malik Zaire, he fanned
You want
out.
him to be a good one. You want him to be a good one, Coach.
Oh, boy, yeah, this is crazy.
Well, hit him
You want
up.
him to be a good one, Coach.
Well, let's
You
hit
want
him
him to
up.
be a good one.
Listen, let's blow him
Somebody
up.
like that.
Malik Zaire, that's him. But he don't
Yeah.
want it, Coach. He fanned out. He don't even know how to. He got cooked by somebody that don't even know the game like you do. I've seen him get cooked, and he always talk. Like I said, he always want to talk about the. Yeah, I seen him get cooked, and all he do is, y'all ain't won in so many years, and we did this, and he don't talk about like when you bring up what's going on right now, or you know, you relate to he get fanned out. Malik Zaire, he'll come on though, Coach. But Coach, I'm gonna tell you another thing you could do because you got so many connections. Interview some people sometime, Coach. Just interview some of because you got some serious connections. Like I heard you talk about how you knew what was the coach you was talking about yesterday? You met him and you said y'all was just chopping it up in the airport.
James Franklin.
Somewhere.
Was it James Franklin? I think it was James Franklin. Yeah. I mean, I don't know him like that. We just
yeah.
James
People
Franklin.
like that. See, but I'm saying I'll just use that as an example. But I'm saying you have run into people, people, because some people that I think will make some good interviews. That we ain't, But outside of that, Coach, I think it's just a grind thing. If you keep doing what you're doing, it's blowing up.
Mm-hmm. No, I appreciate it, dog. Yeah, and listen, I take all this as a lot of it you guys are saying I've thought about, you know what I mean? Like I said, just a lot that goes into it, the preparation and all of that, which is fine. That's part of the grind. That's not a hard thing. Like I said, I look at this as a second job or preparing for my retirement, right? In that sense. And kind of not even putting it in that words, but of what Acho said about insulating yourself. And I'm actually trying to insulate myself, but not realizing I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get up, Brown. Check your background. I was saying, mute yourself. Did he order my large fry?
Yeah, but
Coach,
he ordered some. No, he was at Taco Bell.
No, Coach, I'm muted, Coach. That's somebody else.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
What you ordered some taco? You ordered taco. I heard you talking about chalupa and stuff.
No, sir. I got a chicken fajita, quesadilla, sir.
Well, I know.
I don't even eat at Taco Bell.
Well, I'm saying I know you was eating that kind of food because we heard that.
No, sir. I don't even eat at Taco Bell.
Okay, well, it couldn't have been Taco. It may not have been Taco Bell, but we know it was from Mexican.
Hey, Coach.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Coach.
Talk to me.
I got something to ask you for. I don't know if this is something I would be interested in seeing you do. The same way you do them WREs on the high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you did something equivalent to like the current Canes players after the end of each season. Like if you went back and like if you used to do a season review, well they ain't gone now, but like players that's coming back, like the same way you WRE the high school kids, if you did something similar to the existing Canes players and broke down their takes from the previous season and went back through the season and said, okay, like Armando Blunt, okay, Marcus Marquise Lightfoot, Moulton,
like
Malachi,
that's awesome.
And went back over all the games from last year and break down each game that they played and kind of went into the specifics of what they did in their college careers on the field.
Yeah, listen.
As opposed to just high school takes, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but
no, it does. And listen, it does make a lot of sense. And that's something I wanted to do. But I'll just tell you the only challenging thing, that's something I wanted to do. Actually, me and my man was talking about it, was the problem is it's kind of like the good, bad, and ugly. This damn get up Brown, but see, look at it. I was muted, Coach. I'll just tell you this. I don't have a problem doing the work. What I got the problem is that YouTube takes everything from it. Right. And so this is what I want to do. I want to do that. But that's why I wanted to start doing the video filming on Thursdays. I can do it in the Discord. I don't mind doing it. But I don't want to do it for nothing. Because it is a lot of work. I ain't scared of work, but I ain't gonna do it so ESPN can get richer. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna take everything from it. So that's like even the good, bad, and uglies. right? Like I've been kind of to the point where I want to do them, but only put out a snippet for the public consumption, and for the members, they get the whole thing. Because you got to remember, those good, bad, and uglies take about 4 or 5 hours to do.
I got you. I ain't look at it from that point of view. I get you though.
Yeah,
Right.
you gotta watch damn near the whole damn game.
But not even that. You
Yeah.
got to cut it up. I'll just tell you how it goes. You're going through the game, and a lot of them you can't get the game until later. So I go through like the highlights. Then you got to cut up every play. Then you got to separate the good plays, the bad plays, the ugly plays. Then record that, right? And then you do the video. Then you go in and edit the video. Like it takes, and again, the time is not my problem, but I want the effort to be worth it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Now, the reason the WREs work is because there's no copyright on the high school film. See, there's copyright on the college film because I wanted to do Where Are They Nows, right? Showing some of the films and stuff and so forth. Now, I will say this. I would definitely do it if we got sponsorships from a company, right? Let's say a company sponsored it. I'd definitely do it, no problem. But to put those in the amount of time and all those type of things, like I said, for zero return is tough. Right. You know what I mean? It's just so tough. But I would love to do it live I would do it live in the Discord because you don't have to edit it. I can do that stuff. You know, we be in there chopping it up. We go through the plays. We look at this, whatever. You don't have to be that perfect, but you can't treat how you do things in the Discord the same way you do in a video. People won't retain. They'll leave because, you know what I mean? There's so much space in this stuff. But yeah, definitely, man. That's why I started saying, hey, let's do Thursday video cut-ups in the Discord.
Yes. Hey, yeah, check this out, man. Check this out. Real talk. Some of y'all cheap jokers in the chat that follow Coach Hayes or whatever, join that membership. Let's get this money up. Go in the Discord and watch this man put in some work.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Like I say, and I look at it like this: $4.99 a month or whatever it is. That's $1.25 a week. Come on, dog. You can't get a cup of coffee from Starbucks that cheap. Come on.
That's less than that Steel 11 you drinking a week.
That 211 reserve.
Exactly.
Shout out to Chris Bradford says, can you use the YouTube copy of the game that the networks post? ACC Network usually has the full game up within 24 hours. ACC doesn't. I think everybody drops full games on Tuesdays. So the games are played on Saturday. The full game is on Tuesdays. Now they have the highlights right after, a couple hours after. But even the highlights get copyright because you're using their footage. So it's either going to be XO Digital, ESPN, Fox Sports. They're all going to copyright that stuff.
Coach, you see Bryce Brown? You see Bryce Brown with Antonio Brown today? I mean Bryce Fitzgerald.
No, I know. I saw them boys jumping around in the Maybach the other day. Matter of fact, guess what? I got copyright by Saucy Santana. I didn't even know who that was for that video I played of them boys at Mississippi State. I literally got copyright. I'm gonna show it to y'all too. I'm gonna show y'all under the hood how this thing work on the back end. Y'all be surprised what we make on these videos, dog. I'm gonna show y'all. So y'all could be like, Cole, what y'all make on these? I'm gonna show y'all something. And I'm not doing it for a particular, I'm doing it to show you what everybody's not Castanet. Everybody's not I show speed and so forth. So because it's funny what people think. It's funny what people think. But no, but Saucy Santana, I got copyright by Saucy Santana, dog. Hold on.
Who is that, Coach?
Oh, goodness.
Who the hell is that?
Right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. This
Coach, what about? I'm gonna give you a quick suggestion, right? You got a lot of lady followers. You got the crew here, right? Like, do a Friday night or Saturday night. Pick one guy and one female, and just And every week have a pick'em section, you know, like how you pick the games, and maybe you can do the top 10 or something.
Yeah.
But just, you know, because make it for fun. Because you got females over there. I know you got some ladies who know their sports too.
Yeah.
You know,
Kelly Mike.
And I think that'll be. And you make your picks, too.
There you go.
Hey,
nah,
Kelly Mike.
You said that.
Kelly Mike. Let me ask you a question. Kelly Mike, can you hear me?
What's that?
Are you a member?
Yes, sir.
Why you don't never come to?
I work too. My hours weird.
They ain't got. They ain't got.
On my Apple phone.
Hold on.
Get down. Let me check this out.
Kelly Mike, hold on.
Phone.
Kelly Mike, hold on. Let me finish.
Look.
No, let me finish.
God dang.
Let me finish, Kelly Mike. Join the membership, the little $4.99. It don't matter whatever. You got an Apple phone. You can put the Discord on your phone. That's not an excuse, right? Okay. You should come in there in the Discord, right? And we all get together in there and Coach be breaking down the film, asking us questions. Like, I think somebody like you would love that. Because I'm older like you are, you know what I'm saying?
I know I love it.
Yeah, Coach, man, you should see, you know what I'm saying? He'll start asking us questions to see if we paying attention. Like, that stuff is lovely, bro. And I know somebody like you would love it.
Nah, it was good. All right, real quick. I don't want to show this to you real quick. So this is the video I did yesterday, right? So there's a claim right here. I want y'all to see this. There's a claim. This is how it looks. On the back end, no impact to the channel, no impact to videos reached, but video ineligible to earn, shopping disabled. So you can't put t-shirts on the nothing, right? Here's how I got it. Copyright, Saucy Santana, Quiet on the Creek, right? So that's how it works. Even if you play a little bit, they do the whole video like that. So those are the things that I'm telling you, like when you look at videos right here, here's a perfect example. The one I did, Key Defense, right? This is what I'm gonna show y'all. Miami versus Indiana. See it right here, copyright visual. View the details, right? Indiana, Miami versus Indiana football, full copyright, XO's digital on behalf of XO Sports. So they copyright it, meaning if you get 1 million views, you earned nothing from it. You earn nothing. So I'm just showing y'all on the back end of how that's why I want to push everything towards the Discord so we don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can be as free as we want.
Saucy Santana a girl? Because I'm just saying that Saucy name. Is it a girl or what?
That boy, a boy, girl.
You might as well be.
Yeah. So I was just simply saying that to you guys, just so people have an understanding of how that works. You know what I'm saying?
And I be trying to pay for people memberships that don't even show up in the Discord to see what Coach is doing in there, man. Like real talk, y'all some busters. When you get your membership paid for, and you still won't come in the Discord.
I'll show y'all. Like, you know what? Y'all the team. I'll be transparent when people think it's crazy. I'll be transparent with y'all. Let me show y'all something right quick, just to be fair. So, because I want y'all to truly understand. Look at this. Last night video, ineligible. It made $9.63 because that's what was donated. This one made $48 because it was donated. The show I did with Alabama, $1.91. We was on there for 2 hours and 4 minutes, and we made $1.91. It's like that's slave labor, dog.
How do they make money though, Coach? How do you make money? I thought it was based on views. What is it based on?
It is the advertisement, right? So, but you got to remember, like, so you think about it. This show right here, I'm just talking about. We talked about Miami Hurricanes. Why Miami football is built to win. $30.10. We was on there for an hour and 41 minutes. But you got to remember, a lot of that's made through donation, not necessarily through the views. So I just want people to understand, everybody ain't out here constantly and I show speed and all that stuff. Like, so it takes a lot. Like, think about that, bro. StreamYard is $90 a month. That's just to use StreamYard. My internet, $100 a month because you got to have a high speed so it don't be buffering up. So,
and hold on, Coach, I got you. And then on top of that, stop sending Coach Hayes money through YouTube. Send it through to him on Cash App. His Cash App is Coach Hayes Football on Cash App. And somebody asked a question earlier. They said, do he take Bitcoin? Yes, you could pay him on with Bitcoin through the Cash App.
Hey, shout out to Canes. That boy say, Coach, I had an ex post that hit 6.5 million views and got paid $90. Bro, I'm telling you, they out here pimping, boy. They pimping.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And you gotta remember this. Crazy. YouTube was taking YouTube was taking 30%. So remember when Dub, you donated that $100?
It wasn't 100, it was 103.05.
Okay, so for math, say 103.05. Guess what? YouTube took 40 of that.
I know, and that's why I did that, because you told me you said do Cash App because YouTube gonna take a lot.
No, I know, but I'm just
like, I forgot, Coach.
No, I get it. But I did that to educate people, to let them know that's what it is. So that's why them sponsorship deals, they don't touch that. So you get brand sponsorships and, this sponsorship or that sponsorship. That's where it really helps, because you can take 100% of that money and push it. And again, I hate to say this, I'm not mad at YouTube because it's their platform. It doesn't go down. They fix everything on the back end. They do this. I mean, I still think it's wrong that you demonetize us but still make money on it. That's just my opinion. But, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Because think about it, they're going to run ads on the videos regardless.
See, and on top of that, another note. See, on top of that, Kelly Mike, if you work all the time, you can afford to get Coach $4.99 a month. Get him that Discord.
I definitely can. I just asked him what his Zelle is. What's your Zelle is, Coach?
Man, Coach.
No, you gotta do you gotta do it on the
No,
you gotta do it on you gotta do it to the membership.
He got a Zelle for the football.
No, we're gonna talk on the back end, Kelly.
No,
we'll talk on the back.
Don't you got a Zelle?
We'll talk on the back end.
Zell it to me, Zell it to me, Kelly Mike, and I make sure he get it.
Make sure you put about 7 zeros behind it when you send it. Law Dog, what's up, boy?
Yes, sir. Coach, what to do, man?
Man, we in here chopping it up, man. What's up? No, but for real, I appreciate that, Dub. Yeah, we'll talk, Cali Mike. We'll see what's up, though, for sure. Insane DW. That Johnny Walker Blue coming this year, boy. Hey, me and Insane DW bet some Johnny Walker Blue. We gonna crack that thing open at the Natty, baby. We gonna crack it open at the Natty. Ooh, we having a party.
Johnny Walker Blue. You said Johnny Walker Blue?
Johnny Walker Blue. Me and Insane DW gonna crack that Johnny Walker Blue.
Well, yes, I bought I got us some Don Julio 1942 or whatever for the for the game we all meeting at in
Pittsburgh game.
Miami and stuff.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh game. Everybody come to Pittsburgh game in Miami. This year we all meeting, and stuff. If you can't make it, we'll pour out a little liquor for you. How about that?
Not me. Pour it in my cup.
I got a couple. I got a couple of bottles of Don Julio 1942 sitting on ice because I know LMB and and Amanda said especially LMB said she liked tequila, so I'm gonna put on that Don Julio 1942. We gonna have a good time. If you ain't there, you'll see the video.
We're gonna have some videos working.
We ready.
What's up, baby?
Ready for this fire.
Bishop. What's up with you, baby?
What's going on?
Man, we got a lot of y'all on the line tonight. Get up, Brown. Do me a favor. You got to take that thing on Bluetooth. You got a lot of road noise in the back. That's why I had you on mute. You got to put that thing to your ear, dog.
Now let me help you out. Let me fertilize your mind and your brain.
Crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Talk to me.
Brain. If everybody don't understand, this year, the 2026 is a true gauntlet, and only the strongest survive through the gauntlet. So you better be ready to be in a phone booth and like the taste of blood. You heard?
Damn, that boy said it tastes of blood. My goodness, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Huh? We in the Thunderdome.
Now, see, somebody woke me up and reminded me that understand if you want to go win this natty, you got to get comfortable in the phone booth, and you got to love the taste of blood.
No, we'll find
documentation beat conversation. The only way you get there is you go through it.
True story. Law Dog, talk to me, man. What's up?
Hey, Coach, man, listen, man, I'm just sticking with your game, Coach. I'm hearing your boys putting their game down, and I'll say this about as far as the content, because I'm 2 ways with it, because I do want to talk about McCain, Coach. I'm hollering 2-time and my 2-time back-to-back. You hear me?
Okay.
That's just where I'm at with it. Because they say the boy Mensa, if you pay him again, and he might just come on back. You know what I mean? So
say it twice.
And walking into that 5.
Say it twice so I know you meant it, dog. Say it twice so I know you meant it.
I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to hold off on that and do what I want to tell you. As far as the content, Coach, like when I'm looking at the landscape or what I think you can add to it,
talk to me.
You might got to get back outside and take it back. Get back outside and take it to the high schools. I almost catch like the part like right before they come into the 9th grade. If you can get with them like the thing now, if you can get out there and like catch, let's just say if you caught Malachi Tony when he was coming up, you had the footage from him. He was in the little rec leagues down there. Yeah. Just some of it.
Like street. That's kind of what Footballville did. Yeah, that's really what football, how he started. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So when you catch that, that's like that original content, and it's all yours. And then going into like the 9th and 10th grade, as it pick up, these boys in your like say the WR where you do the highlight, how you say the WRED.
WRED. Yeah.
Right. When you do those, if you can get to these boys locally, that's like might be around your area or a few miles up the road, and get to their games and touch their coaches, you know how to politic and get in them buildings, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And just interview the coach, and then the uppercoming player, maybe get a little interview with the player you doing the review on, and then after that, also you probably could bring them on the channel too and talk about this recruiting. That'll be a way where it's all original content, and you tying it all in, and you can kind of like disperse it out where you may put the interview out, but we got to go to the Discord or pay the membership to see the rest of it, or whatever the case may be, or when they got the big game coming up and they finna play at the stadium.
You're
gonna have all access, so you can go out there and have your cameraman, and you can just politic like that, moving through the crowd and maybe talking to the parents and things like that. It's all original content. You could just like series it, where you could just do the schools around you, or you could just do like the commits that play in the area, and you can spread it out to different schools as well, like because you're already doing different schools as far as breakdowns on the players. So that'll be like all original content series you can add, or you can move away from some of the stuff you're doing. But I was saying net to tie it all in together, like that's what you probably gonna have to do, where you probably gonna have to get into these high schools, and you know how it was Thursday and Wednesday when we going past, and then Thursday that's the last pad of practice, then Friday is walkthrough, then it's pet rally day. All that build up be crazy.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
You get to the stadium and it's time to spat up, coach, and everybody getting in that mode, and then it's time for that smoke and the band playing and the stadium getting there, and everything getting to going. You could show that off. How Florida do it too. It'll be, kind of like, I don't know. When I grew up, I seen Year of the Bull, coach.
But you know about Year of the Bull? Why my defense ain't working? But that boy
Super Dog is back.
Why my defense ain't working? Law Dog. I said, why my defense ain't working? Shout out to Max, man, in the building, man.
So find you a Torian Charles coach and go crazy.
Hey, who that was that just made that idea right there? Who just said that?
That's the Law Dog. That's the Law Dog.
Big up, man. That's a big respect. Hey, coach, that's a great idea, because I'm just gonna interject something to springboard off what he just told you, coach. In my humble opinion with that, if you did something like that, you see like how you said Streeter, see how Streeter know Malachi and all them high school kids the last few years, and he kind of built off of that. If you had them kids that's currently playing in college and you had that personal relationship with them, and you interviewed them boys on the screen, it'll come off. Well, I don't want to say that again because it might sabotage Streeter, but you more of a football guy than Streeter is, Coach. Streeter was a basketball guy, but he got into football. But like something I noticed when Streeter interviewed Malachi and them kids, I could tell them shorties, even when he go to the U and he interviewed them boys live, they respect him on a different level than they do like them dudes from the Sun Sentinel and the Herald, because they know him personally. But if you knew them boys personally, Coach, the way you knew football, them kids gonna mess with you on a different level, Coach, because they know you know it. And if you knew them personally on top of that, they gonna mess with you on a different level, Coach. Them shots are messing with you on a whole nother level, Coach. I'm telling you.
No, there you go. Good point, Shop.
Central Florida showcase, Coach. A Central Florida showcase. Like a high school Central Florida showcase, because ain't nobody doing that.
No, listen.
Yeah, because they know you understand the game, Coach. Exactly. Like you breathe that game.
No, 100%.
Hey, Coach Hayes, they're giving you your flowers. What they doing right now? They saying you better get it. You know what time it is. You better get it.
Hey, that wasn't no flower. That was a dead rose.
So here's something.
How many times? Hey, if it makes it to the Natty, you gonna take it?
Listen, so I'm gonna show you something that's funny, right? So and to your point, I think excellent points, right? And definitely things that's on the calendar, or definitely on the to-do list, or things to look at and wait. But for a lot of this, like this is one of the kids here we did when we talked about those interviews, the person, player, prospect. This is actually one of them right here. I got a couple of them on the channel, but here's one of them right here, just to give you. And I know you guys are not watching this, maybe, but you can hear it though. Watch this.
Texas Longhorn. Victory tonight. Austin, Texas. Let's get it on. Hook 'em, baby.
Let's go. Make your move, cuz.
Oh, he hit it too hard. You know he don't know how to play. Yeah, he just hit it hard. You know he can't play.
Everything in the camera trade, though. Sometimes you gotta know how to zone block that thing, finesse it. Huh? Oh, you heard what he said? Coach Hayes football. Ain't nothing like going in another man's home and going in his refrigerator. You win some, you lose some, baby. Let me tell you something, man. Got a big time tackle right here. PK Kirby right here. Bro, just to tell y'all something real quick. I'm 6'3", 285. You hit it on the nail, too, Shot. Look how big this dude is compared to me. Bro, look how big that dude is, bro.
Right.
I'm just saying. So to y'all point, I think we all are thinking in the same realm. I think what Law Dog is talking, kind of like that Friday Night Lights thing and getting into the sidelines and those talks, kind of like where you see destroying sometimes. Definitely got that. You know what I mean? You got to get like the cameraman. I got to get a lot of permissions because you're dealing with high school kids and that. Like, and you know, I work in the school system, so sometimes like. And I'm not trying to combat everything y'all saying. I know y'all like, damn, Coach, yes, you are. But trust me, I be in a think tank, dog. I be in a think tank, and we thinking alike. That means that I know I'm on the right track, because as y'all as consumers are telling me the same thing I'm thinking, I feel like I'm on the right track. There's a lot of logistics into it too. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Coach.
But to y'all point, hold on. But to y'all point,
hold on. Question
but to your point, because you got to remember that you dealing with this.
Is Elijah still coaching at Jones?
You changed the subject.
Yeah, he's still out there. But I'm just saying, he's still out there. But
no. I'm talking about the high school coach.
Elijah Williams. Yeah, he's still out there.
What kind? I mean, yeah. I'm talking about what them kids like, right? Because he got a good report too. I mean, because I think an interview with him would be interesting, Coach. Because he a good. I mean, y'all coached against each other. Y'all the same neck of the woods. Central Florida booming right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think you can do some real stuff there, Coach.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm just telling you this, and I hate when I had these conversations. People think, but because I work in that county, it becomes a conflict of interest. See, like so I've been through this already. See, a lot of things not thinking. You got to get a vendor's license because I'm gonna put a video out about an OCP at school. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, wait a minute, you work for us. Why you putting videos? Like, it's a lot of logistics that I got to be careful with because of what I do. You know what I'm saying? And to y'all point, I'm working on.
So you can't do a one-on-one interview with him.
Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Let me finish.
Give me a second, Coach.
No, let me answer this question.
Give me a second.
Okay,
go ahead.
Answer this question. I probably can, but I have to make sure I go through it properly. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, my livelihood versus a video is two different things. So, because we see now.
I'm just spitballing here.
No, you're not wrong.
I know Elijah's a good dude.
Yeah. No, listen, you're not wrong. I'm just saying that the ideas that y'all are thinking about, trust me, I got a board over here that I got a bunch of stuff, and that means I feel good about this conversation because we on the same page. It's just a lot of other logistics that as I start doing it, I got to check, which is good. We all in the think tank. That means we think in the same way. If we were sitting in a boardroom right now, this would be perfect because we all thinking alike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now, what are the logistics behind it? What does it take to make it happen? Those are the other things, which is great. And a lot of this homework I've already done. What does it take? The cameraman, it is. Like I said, I'm looking up for the IRL settings and what all that takes. And I'm all for it, dog. I don't have a problem jumping in head first. You just got to make sure the pool deep enough so you don't break your neck, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, let me get in here. Hold on. Let me get in here real quick. Because Coach got opportunity to make, I would give Coach $100 right now. If I'm about to see if y'all real fans of Coach Hayes. I'm about to see if y'all real fans of Coach Hayes. Right?
Yeah.
Tell me, look at Coach screen, right? Tell me what Coach is missing right now on his screen. And y'all got 5 seconds to answer this question. If you answer it in 5 seconds, Coach Hayes is going to get $100.
What Coach is
I'm going to tell you when to go.
Bro, I can't see the.
Hold on.
About,
hold on, you said what?
No, hold on.
Hold on, Dub.
Hold on.
Dub.
I'm going to explain it again.
Yeah, what's the question? I'm saying, what Coach is missing on the screen? I don't know what I mean.
Yes. Yes. Hold on. I'm going to explain it again. Y'all watch Coach Hayes. Y'all true fans of Coach Hayes. Right? And I'm giving them time to think about it before the 5 seconds start. Right?
Hayes missing. Hayes. They say coach me coach. There ain't no Hayes up there.
No. But anyway,
what to me what coach missing? You gotta explain a little more, dog.
Okay, I am. It's Tuesday, right?
Okay.
It's Tuesday, right?
Right.
Okay, somebody got it. Somebody got it in the chat. Kenneth Tongue actually got the answer. Y'all ain't real Coach Hayes fan. The cup. Coach, I send you $100.
The cup missing?
The cup. Y'all ain't fans.
The tip
so
cup.
We're not fans, huh?
You talking about
man, everybody can't see
because you would
some people listening too.
It was for everybody. It didn't matter if you could see it. It was for everybody.
No, but I'm saying what cup? The tip cup? You talking about the tip cup?
Okay.
There you go. Coach. Why you questioning the $100?
No, I was just asking to make sure I was right. I got you. Okay.
The cup.
Coach, you ought to give Kenneth Tongue a shout out then. He got you $100.
Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Kenneth Tongue in the building.
But first of all, hold on. You saying we're not a Coach Hayes supporter. Is that my understanding?
Bro, it wasn't that serious. Coach got his $100. I was just saying
to
anybody that watched Coach Hayes, right? If you're real fans of Coach Hayes, what is Coach missing? Right? It was the cup. So some people in here, I ain't saying they better fans than y'all. And I'm not saying that. He got his $100.
Shout out to Kenneth Dunn. I misunderstood the way you phrased the question, but shout out to Kenneth Dunn.
I think you said what coach.
That's why I was trying to explain it again. And then before I even got to that point, I seen he already put in the cup in the chat. That's why I was like, okay, he already won the cup.
Kenneth Dunn said he need 98.74% of that, coach.
I got you, dog. Hey, boy, you worse than the long shot, Kenneth. God dang, you might have break my knees, cuz I'm sitting in the chair anyway. I'm cool. That's funny. I'm trying to get up Brown on here, but he riding with the windows down. Oh Lord, my bad. He ride with the windows down.
Hey, coach, the beat depressing the vendors, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about starting with the just like the little part lead?
Yeah, you can. And Central Florida is so different, bro. Like these parks around here, it's like they'll come up and then they fold after a year. So it'll be a group that'll be at this park. They'll come up and then they won't be there no more. And then another group.
Yeah, but you trying to catch the kid, though.
I'm trying to catch the kid, right? You just got to
get. We ain't talking about the park.
Yeah. You just got to get into the. No, I know that, but what I'm saying is, you got to find out who those kids are. Usually, like in Miami, there are certain parks that we know those kids are gonna go to.
Come on, cuz you know you go out there on a Thursday, Friday night, watch a game or a practice coach, and identify who coach. You come on now.
No, we could do it. I don't.
No, I mean, I'm just saying for the content. If we talk about how to get
coach of a content, he still there.
No, I'm with you. 100%, Law. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's a lot of content out here that can be made. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things that can be done.
Well, I'm just saying that's the way the game now. Like when I'm looking at, like, I was just watching the no haircut Nick, right? You know that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just watching his whole like Malachi Tony kind of set the foundation, right?
Right.
But he was like a 3-star, and I knew who Malachi Tony was, but with no haircut Nick got going on, his trajectory just a little bit different as far as like the pace he going. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I'm watching these 7-on-7s, everybody getting a piece of him as far as just repurposing the content, going out there and just watching him do his thing. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I'm saying if you can find, which I fully expect you to be able to find a few, but I'm just saying if you just find a couple and just kind of, you know what I mean, pace it out, you know what I mean, get a story a little bit, you know, just kind of like, you know, just, I mean, it's a bunch of ways you could take it. Like even like what you did with the Peyton Curtin kid, I thought that was fire. But let's just say since you know him, and let's just say you know his coach, let's get the build up to maybe you catch them. Maybe they got the big game, and you interview the coach, and he tell you about the big game this week.
For sure.
And you talk to Peyton and a couple of his teammates. You know what I mean? Or I'm just saying if you got the access to it. You could just repurpose it so easily. You know what I mean? Because I know you know people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So once all you do is got to get the green light and it's a go. You hear me?
For sure.
So it's like
100%.
Once you talk to one dude, I'm sure you're gonna be able to talk to the next, even if you just start at your school. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't want to necessarily get into the logistics of the school system and how they play it in Florida, cool. I'm just saying, go to the park.
No, that's fair.
A team.
Yeah.
And a couple players, like almost like giving it a Friday night lights feel, but dumbing it down a little bit to just, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? And then you can put your own cost on it, and you can sponsor a kid. Like you ain't gonna be nothing for Coach you to look out for a 12, 13-year-old. He ain't gonna want some cleats and some gloves. You know what I mean? And you in his mix.
Yeah.
Advisor. You feel me? That's like one, you know what I mean? And then you coming out with the content, and as he grow, you know, we can watch it, and you know what I mean? And just see like who going next. And then, you know, at this point, kids committing to high schools. They, you know what I mean? They commit into middle schools. It's like it's just getting crazy out here. Like
it's crazy.
You know, you got the other little kids down here. They doing battle commercials, and I don't know. It's different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can get in on it easily because, like I said, you big out there as far as how I see you. I feel like you big in your community as far as the people you don't touch and coached and rub shoulders with. So I feel like, and then I feel like you could take it to the college game too. Like a couple of them college boys, they ain't in camp yet. So if you catch one or two coaches, on their way up, a few GAs or a few players you don't coach, or even like the dude Johnson, I'm still waiting on that. I don't want to see what that boy talking.
I gotta talk. You know what? It's funny. I gotta get Duke on here, man, because he done called in a couple times. But I gotta get Duke on here.
So it's a couple things I've been waiting on. I'm like, shit, coach, I'm trying to hear that. I'm trying to see what my boy was talking about.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? I'd love to hear, like, if you know any of them boys from that Northwestern year when we was putting all them in, that's what kind of really just had me like sold up on the Miami. Like,
oh, you talking about Ja'Cory Harris and Spence and them boys?
Florida.
You talking about Ja'Cory Harris and Spence and
Northwestern Bull coach around that era when Ja'Cory and Aldarius and Sean Spence and all them.
Tommy Streeter.
So,
yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I love it, dog. Hey, listen, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna go back and watch this tape, and I ain't taking notes now, but I'm damn sure gonna take notes and compare to what I got. And if I ain't got it, I'm gonna get it. And if I ain't get it, then it can't be got. Shout out to my man. But Kelly, Mike, what you said? Oh, the guy at the Popka. No, he's not there. You talking about Darlington? Talking about Rick Darlington? He's not at the Popka anymore.
Coach, I got a quick question. How did I know the Streeter official media at the U now? Like he be interviewing like a real journalist now. How did he pull that off, Coach?
I believe you just apply for it. Somebody's background noise dangerous right now. Hold up. That's Dub making all that dang noise.
Who's that?
That was Dub.
So it ain't really nothing stopping you from doing something similar?
Yeah, you just got to apply for it, and they have to look at you. I think one of the main criteria is making sure you're not a quote unquote fan page, that you're more of a media outlet and not considered a fan, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to look at you as an outlet, a media outlet versus a fan page. And like I said, a lot of that, because remember, I'm in Orlando, I'm in Florida, I'm not in Miami.
Right. I was gonna say that's one of the hurdles for you too.
And I was gonna say this, bro, that's part of
not on the Canes, but you based in Central Florida.
Correct. So and that's part of what I was trying to do with UCF, give you the secret sauce, was thinking they were gonna be a lot better. You know what I mean? And I was right here just from a content perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm right down the street. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I say, everything y'all saying, y'all 100% spot on. I can only appreciate it. Ain't nothing wrong. Can I do everything y'all saying? Probably, or probably not. I don't know, but we definitely going to research it, find the logistics behind it, what it is, what it ain't, what it's going to be, and
because somebody earlier said something about you interviewing people.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Streeter, the reason why I asked about Streeter, Coach, for example, right, with Streeter, one of the draws to his platform is the fact that he had relationships with kids like Malachi when they were 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So now when he interviews them and they know him, it's like it lends star power to his platform. Because now he'll have a Malachi on there. When Malachi, like if you, like for example, we watch you, right? If you had Coach Malachi, for example, if you knew Malachi when he was at Dunk Park, and he was on the platform with you, the views probably 100 times more than it is right now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. Real quick. Get up. Hey, get up, Brown. Mute yourself.
Like more star
so I had to keep muting you.
A lot of star power.
Get up, Brown. Mute yourself.
Hey, Coach. I am muted. That's not me.
That is
you.
Hey, Coach. Watch this.
Hey, Coach.
Watch how quiet that got. See how quiet that got? Hold on. Be quiet for a second. Dub, hold on 1 second. Watch this. See how quiet it is? Now, why? I'm going to unmute. Get up, Brown. Watch this. Now, mute. Get up, Brown. See how quiet that is?
Hey,
but anyway, go ahead.
Coach.
Yeah.
You ain't have to meet me. I'm going to put your little funky $100 in there and send it to you. In the bank and send it to you.
I couldn't hear it, dog.
It was my fault. Yeah, it was my fault because I didn't mute the phone. I thought I muted it, but I put it on speakerphone. So that's my fault. But yeah, I'm going to put your $100 in there to send it to you.
I appreciate it.
Cause I ain't E Brown. I'm gonna send it to you live. live on the show. I'm gonna cash up it to you, so it ain't gonna show up on the. You know what I'm saying? Show up in the chat.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like I used to tell my players. You messed up by saying you thought right there. Don't think. No, you put it on mute.
Hey, look, don't get smart with me. You need yes, if you're gonna get on somebody, get on E Brown. Get on E Brown for not sending that $50 that I won for you that time on the show. He still ain't pay you for that $50.
That's my man. E Brown in the
that's bad, E Brown.
E Brown out there rabbit hunting right now. But no, for real though, that I mean, like Law Dog, all y'all got great ideas.
Do you know any of those kids that's playing for the U that's from Central Florida? Because I was thinking about like a Central Florida Canes special. Because we got a lot of kids now. We got the linebacker with J.J. Evans, or you got Reese Woodruff. You got a lot of kids from the Orlando area now that's
there you go.
Still recruiting.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of kids that play for the Canes right now.
So, for example, right. So I had Malik Bryant. I was actually going to do his commitment live. Had already sat down with his mom, going to the school. We set it all up. And remember at the last second, he didn't commit. So that threw a wrinkle in it. Remember we had Darian Coleman's dad on, the trainer. He was supposed to come on, but he went to the store or something. So I was trying to get Darian Coleman in. But that's another story I'll tell y'all on the back end. But I'm just saying, it's quite a few of these kids around here that we definitely can chop it up and talk to and get in and see what's going on with them. And really what I was trying to do was do their commitments. I thought that was a very big deal because all the success we had with the Peter Woods, the Cedric Baxters, right, and all these kids. And then I was showing Malik and his mom, and they were like, dang, that's cool, coach. And how much you charge? I said, ain't charging nothing. We just need to be there. Just tell me what time to show up. And they was all for it, but then, that had a little wrinkle in it. So that's what we really were trying to do and get into that, man, because I love to see when those kids make their choices, man, because they've been putting in work since most of these kids 5 years old, man. They 15 years. Most of these kids are between 10 to 14 years playing football, bro. Like, that's a long time doing something for opportunity.
Hey, Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to send it to you tomorrow. The bank, the ATM at the bank.
It's all
ATM at the bank. No, I ain't worried about it. But the ATM at the bank is you can't deposit cash right now. So I go tomorrow when I get up or whatever. I go and put it in the bank account when the bank open.
Oh, okay. All right, E-Dub.
Coach,
I ain't coach.
I'm just messing with you, I'm just messing with you, bro. It's all good, man.
Hey, Coach A.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you take the fantasy stuff on Cash App too? But I don't see no memo for Zelle.
You don't see it on Zelle?
No, I don't see a memo to put in there.
Yeah, when you put memo, what it's for? Just put your email.
I know, but I'm saying I don't see that. I'm gonna try it again.
All right, try it again. Coach Hayes Fantasy. I know that sounds crazy. Y'all.
No, I got that. I just don't see the memo.
I think when you put it in, it'll tell you what is this for. It'll say like, what is this for? That's the memo.
So do I hit review before it's in?
No, yeah, it should say like, what is this for? And you just put your email address right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll say like, what is this for? Just put your email address. That's all you got to put.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
good.
Coach.
What's up?
I want to shoot some ball at you real quick. That's cool.
Let's do it, dog. Hey, this football talk, man. Whatever y'all want to do, let's do it. Let's show you something.
Check it out. Look, so when I'm looking at the schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see the Notre Dame game, and to be honest, I actually think Notre Dame gonna be pretty good this year. I don't know. Some just telling me they're gonna be up to the challenge.
They should be.
They got a quarterback. They got some things on defense. They do well. So that game is that game, of course, right?
Okay.
But you know what game kind of spooky to me for some reason?
Hold up.
That Virginia Tech game.
Oh, God. Slap yourself. Man, mother. Come on, Law Dog.
Hold on. How I get smacked? I said, what we were talking about?
I know, but no. Not that.
Not the first year, Law Dog. Not his first
I just went through this yesterday with Cali Mike.
let me just put it in perspective.
Not his first year.
All right, talk to me, Law. What you got?
I hear you saying first year, but I'm looking at James Franklin, and we talking about the transfer portal area. So we can ramp this shit up pretty quick now. So what I'm saying is, he coming from Penn State, right?
Okay.
Geographically, that's the same recruiting base. See what I'm saying? So he's not pulling as far as you would think to get these kids. He brought his whole class with him, and then he brought whatever is necessary to come from Penn State with him too, because Penn State got the Iowa State coach. So a lot of them boys got out of there. You see what I'm saying? And we talking about a coach that was 2 games away from being able to compete in the Big Ten.
Fair.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He coached in the SEC to get his stature. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, as a Miami fan, and I'm looking at the lay of the land, Virginia Tech got athletes. That Virginia Beach area and all, Coach, you know what's going on up there. They got them.
I get it.
So I'm saying, when I'm looking at the lay of the land, I'm just
got something. They gonna have something. I don't think the first year though.
I'm saying that
the first year. I don't think
when I look at the schedule, all I'm saying is that's a game that got me like, because listen, y'all holler that, but then we can go back and look at SMU and Louisville, and that's comparable to where I'm at.
Okay. So let me say this to you, Law.
Okay, well, let me say this to you. Let's Cali Mike. Go ahead, Coach.
I just want to say this to you, Mike. Law. Can I see in the next 3 years them being very competitive in the ACC? 1,000%. But this year, and I'm not saying that things can't happen in hyper speed, right? Because of transfer NIL. I'm with you. But this year, there's no way in the world that, because remember, I don't know if you saw my short about checking boxes. And Mario Cristobal has checked every box except one. Losing games he should not. Right? That's a game you should not lose. I'm not saying it got to be a 28-point blowout, but it shouldn't be a last second field goal. Here's all
we know how this goes.
I know how it goes. I get it. But what I understand, you're right. However, the game that I would give more credit, and y'all probably not going to agree now because after what was said, I would say Pitt would be more in that boat than Virginia Tech because
we're blowing that out, Coach.
That's fine. But only reason I'm telling you because the difference is coaching continuity, quarterback coming back, those things. It's no more. It's not a new car smell there.
I'm with you. I tell you what, I'm blaming that shit on y'all. Y'all going down there. Y'all talking about meeting up at that game and partying the tailgate.
You coming too, Law?
That shit y'all fault.
You coming too, Law? You gonna be right there with us. All is going to jail.
That shit y'all fault.
All is going to jail.
That shit y'all blaming y'all. You might don't even come on this bit. If we put up a good egg and do that what you talking about against Pitt, that shit y'all fault.
You know what I'm gonna say? Your Honor, it was Law Dog Akbar, Your Honor. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Is he the real ringleader of Cash Money Brothers? If they bigger than me, I'm just the face of this.
Coach, I'm gonna say 2 things to you about that, Law. Let me say this. One, every year since Mario been here, he check a box off. The only one missing is the losing to teams like that he ain't supposed to. Every year he check a box off. If you think I'm lying, check it out. Every year, what was bad, he corrected. Mm-hmm. So the only thing is left on that box is that damn losing to them teams like that.
There's 2.
And I don't see it.
There's 2.
I see undefeated.
There's 2 boxes.
Every year the man check a box.
No, but there's 2 boxes left. But I'm not, there's 2 boxes left, but I would be crazy. I'm just saying there's 2 boxes left. Well, 3 boxes, but 2 boxes left. The box that's important to me is not losing the games.
Let me ask you this.
That you're supposed to lose.
Would you rather go undefeated and play in the ACC championship or have a loss and play in it?
I'm going undefeated. Yeah, I don't need all that.
Hold on. I want to make sure I heard you correct. Hold on. I'll make sure I heard you correctly. Hold on. I'll make sure I heard you correct. Go undefeated and play in the ACC or have 1 loss and play in the ACC.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd rather go undefeated. I mean, because I got the same result at the end, so why not go undefeated?
No, I want to have a stripe on Nico.
Hey, Raw Dog. Hold on.
Call that boy Raw Dog. You be going raw? Law?
Paul, the conversation for a second. Can I want to just say this real quick. Cause I just got back to the house, right? Kenny, check this out. I got a bank account, right? That I keep no money in.
Hey man, Doug, hold on. Through it. No, man, you gotta explain.
Hold on, Coach.
No, we ain't here to explain.
Bank account no money in it, bro.
Doug.
I hold on. I got a bank account that I keep no money in.
How you got bank account with no money in, bro?
You ain't gotta explain. You ain't gotta do all that, Doug. Stop that, bro. What are you doing, dog? Dog, stay out the chat. That's how people That's how people lose in debate shows. They begin that chat.
I'm telling you, it's vicious.
You trying to explain yourself to dog? Leave it alone. What are you doing? Man. All right, we back. Anyway,
that's why I'm calling this show because I get muted.
Chill.
Yeah, you worry about nothingness.
Just chill, Dub. You good?
We talking football. You want to talk about a bank account, man?
I got a bank account.
So he said he got a bank account. He don't keep no money in it.
Right.
Yeah, I put money in that bank account when I'm paying something.
Oh God, why do y'all do this?
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not funny. That's how, you know what I'm saying? People hack your shit.
What we're saying is we get it, bro.
We get it.
We get it.
Yeah. So I'll just say this, man. That to the VTech, I do think because I was looking at their stuff. He did bring a lot of cats from Penn State. I think he's doing pretty good in the transfer. I think he's currently like 15 overall in recruiting. Is he making an immediate impact? Yes. However, the recruiting class he's bringing is 27. So they're not even on campus until after the season. So that's what I'm saying. I think in the next 3 years.
He coached big time ball.
Yeah.
Traditionally, he's been what you would call the quote unquote underdog. When you coach at a Vanderbilt, and you play in the SEC, and you leverage that job, you know what he did there. You see what I'm saying?
Great job.
And you go to Penn State. And you one game away. When he moved to the ACC, it's just a little spooky to me to be on the schedule.
I agree.
Just a little bit.
In 2-3 years, you 100%. In 2-3 years, hold on, Law. I said this, Law. I said this, Law. Last night's show, I said this. I hope that he takes Clemson's spot as the top 3 in the ACC. And the only reason I don't want him to take Florida State's spot because I want us beating Florida State to mean more. Like if you whipping on a poor little Timmy Florida State, it don't mean as much. I want the Bobby Bowden eras of Florida State whooping them. You know what I mean? I want the Miami, Florida State. I wouldn't mind if Virginia Tech is very good being top heavy in the ACC. I'm not saying they won't be competitive this year.
A little bit though, Coach. I remember the Shane Beamer games, Coach.
You know what?
Go down there and they block them punts and block them field goals, and you know how them boys get.
No, I get it. Well, get out, slap out of it, dog.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Coach, to you. That James Franklin, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing hurt me, man. When I saw that he came in there, I watched the interview the other day, and he came in there and he done hired the head coach who just got fired in the DC.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that he don't still, because that's his friend or all this here, man. Ain't no friends when that coaching game. That man needed to go. He was part of the problem there, and you left him there. You left him there.
No, you got to remember.
I don't like that. I hate that he did.
You better hire your friends, Coach. Tell them.
But you got to remember this. They go all the way back to first of all, understand this.
No,
but hear me out. Understand this. I'm surprised the university allowed it. That's my first thing. That's first. Right. However, their relationship when he was at Vanderbilt, when he was at Penn State, yielded results. This guy, Brent Pry, may be a better coordinator than he is a head coach. Now, the dynamic of
But I got to get that stench out of there, Coach.
I know, but you got to remember the dynamic of. I don't think he was. Now, I can agree with the stench if the players didn't like him. If he was the stench, he just didn't do well as a head coach. So maybe that's a different feel, right? Again, I don't know. To your point, you got some validity to what you're saying. However, if everywhere Franklin went and this guy was your Robin to your Batman and you were successful, right now I don't see it being a problem. That's me. Now, again, it is a little unorthodox for the former head coach to be the defensive coordinator next year. And it's a little awkward for him because how do the players receive you? Like, yeah, coach, you the head coach, you got demoted, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. But again, I don't know his relationship with his player. He might be well liked. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't work out as a head coach.
Yeah, but Coach, this my thing, Coach. This my thing right here. One, James Franklin been doing this thing after that dude left. His defense was better. He was good with him, but he was better without him. And my thing is, you establishing something you knew. You got to come in there. I'm sure Virginia Tech, it wasn't just that he was losing. It was the way they was losing, too. Coach, they were losing the scrubs.
Again,
all I'm saying
might
is
be
that
a better defensive coordinator.
I got to get all that out my life. I'm sorry.
I'm not opposed to what you're saying. I'm just simply saying to you, he also may have been the best available. First of all, relationship, check. Now, who's best available? That might be the next question, right? What's best available? You have to ask yourself that sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, what's available at this particular time?
Yeah.
Who can I pay to come to Virginia Tech at this particular time? Yeah.
I feel you, Coach, but I'm just telling you, I don't think that dude gonna make. I don't think, like I said, I like James Franklin. I think that he got to establish himself there, and leaving that dude there, I think in the long run gonna be a problem.
Yeah, 100%.
I think in the long run you have to get rid of that dude.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. But we're talking about year one.
I also say this, Coach. This is my thing too. I look at coaches in big games. Like I said, I feel y'all boys on looking at some of these little teams, but I watched the video today and they talked about how much Mario focused on that special teams since that guy gave up that block punt in that Indiana game. They say the man been nuts about that. That's what they were saying, right? He going hard, and I just can't see that box right there. I think that box getting checked. And I look at two things, too. James Franklin, like him, coach, but he don't do well in big games. Mario, 100% opposite. 100% opposite. Mario record against Ohio
State.
But
that's not the big game.
2-0 against Ryan Day. No, it's a conference game. But I'm saying why I bring that up as a big game is because what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying the same thing. No. What I'm saying is great. No, everybody's saying that. No, what I'm saying is that everybody's saying that we ain't checked that box, right? We keep losing to these mediocre teams, So if you keep saying that, that's why I'm saying it's going to be a big game, big thing for him. Every year he check a box. That's all I'm telling you. If you don't believe me, just go back and check. Every year.
I respect what you're saying, but
when they complain during the season, and that's the next box.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's like I said. I'm with you. I'm flying my Miami flag to the sky, to the moon. You hear me? I'm thinking 2 times back to back because, like I said, my research told me Mensa got another year. So I'm like, you might well come on back, buddy. We got you want 20? Because we'll give it to you. You hear me?
For sure.
So I'm flying my flag. Like I said, I'm just talking ball. I ain't said that to get stuck on no James.
Oh yeah, I got you. I believe.
You know what I mean? But the fact remains when you check when you check the receipts, it say tricky games is teams where these type of teams is where we struggle at times. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was just bringing that to the forefront.
And they've been saying that since he's been there.
Exactly.
Well,
and we've still been doing it. Real quick, let me get this done a while. William Canes for life for the $9.99. Appreciate you. Said, what's up, coach? Just tuning in. In your opinion, once Miami win that natty, what would this mean for college football and Mario recruiting? I know he's a great recruiter now. Just real quick. I don't know if you can intensify his recruiting anymore. I just say this, the dude is A1, bro. Like, think about what he's done in the time, right? The money it definitely helps. He get after the guy. That's his superpower, and I believe he's maximizing his superpower, right? So with that being said, I don't know if Natty actually, I don't want to downplay, like say the Natty won't help recruiting. It might give it a little bump, but when you already up there, it's like an A to an A plus. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's going to be big because I think he does a great job recruiting. Second, what does it do for Miami? I think it does a lot, right? To get that old school stench off of us of the 20-something years, right? We get that off of us, and we actually start a brand new chapter. Like, this was a 20-year chapter in our career, in our legacy as Miami Hurricane football program. And this turns the page to start a new chapter, and you got to move, and we begin to write the new chapter starting 2026, 2027 football season. That's how I look at it. So real quick, y'all clap it up for my man William Canes for the $9.99. And speaking of that, I'm gonna donate this $9.99 to the 20 million Law Just pledged for Mensa next year. So we $19,999,990 away from getting Mensa.
I'm a second that. I'm a coach, and then I'm gonna go ahead and double down and give you half of that. But I got a bank account. I don't put no money in it. So tomorrow I'm gonna transfer it. So just be on the lookout for that.
I got you, baby.
Stop that, man. You ain't right.
I got
that.
That's cold.
Hey, real quick, get up, Brown. Call back. He says, Coach, I'm not on the line, so that's not me in the back. You can call back in, bro. It's just all y'all got meters, so I can see it when it's moving. It's all good, baby. Call back in. That's all we saying. You good, dog. But to y'all point, I think y'all got a very valid point. I just feel that I'll just say this. I wouldn't be Coach Hayes if I wouldn't. The games that we lost have more impact than the games that we won. What do I mean? Because they were conference games. Yeah, it was a big game against Notre Dame. God damn, I can't believe I'm about to come out of my mouth. It was a big game against Notre Dame. But the Louisville loss had bigger implications. The SMU loss had a bigger implication. It worked out in our favor. Hold on. It worked out in our favor. But it also could have went to, we can't leave it in. I think we left that in the rough hands, if that makes sense, right? It's like we left it on the field and we waited for somebody else to make a decision. You understand? Regardless of what we thought, right, wrong, or indifferent, we won head to head, it still was left in the hands of another person or entity to make a decision about us. And it worked in our favor. I don't think we get that grace this year. That's just my opinion. I don't think we get that grace this year where we could drop 2 conference games, beat a Notre Dame, and be like, but we beat them head to head. I don't think we get that grace this year. That's just me.
We won't get that grace. We won't.
Coach, we got to get Coach, I'm going to just say this. Coach, we got to get out the ACC. ACC is awful because even if you think like that, I get your point about the 2 losses, but technically we should have been in the ACC championship game. It was just that the ACC conference administration up top, they so screwed up that nobody got heard of it.
Before you get started, get out the ACC and go with them.
Right. I disagree. But I disagree. Real quick before you go to that law.
No,
hold on, before you go to that law. I disagree.
No, I'm gonna tell you where we need to go where them schools in the Big Ten and the SEC getting double the money.
So
they
what?
Just off TV revenue. Them schools getting 72. Yeah, they're getting $72 million. Look at this.
Yes, sir.
If you think I'm lying, Google
That's
what
fine.
does ACC teams receive from media and what TV revenue.
And I'm finna hurt your feelings. And I'm finna hurt. Hold on. And I'm finna hurt your feelings. Right. I'm finna hurt you. Hold on. I'm finna hurt your feelings about my beloved Kane. First of all, I want to go back and answer that. It's to your point. I get where you're coming from, Cali Mike. But like I said before, you want to get out the Big Ten and play who? We ain't even won our own conference yet. Who? We still
I don't care about.
Okay, I know.
So, okay.
All right.
Okay,
No. So let me ask you this. So hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Let me ask you this.
We did not win the ACC. We did not play in the ACC championship game. We made more money than the whole conference.
But guess what, Callie? Let me ask you two questions. First question is, I don't disagree with what happened last year. We knew the rules of the game. They didn't change them. Duke won the games they were supposed to win. We lost the games we weren't supposed to win. Hold on. First of all, yes, they did, based on the rules that's laid out. They won the games they were supposed to win, regardless of the overall record. It was about conference play. Now, the second thing, let me go to this. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm going to ask you a question, and you answer it. Would you rather make $50 million and go to the Natty, or would you rather make $72 million and go home?
Of course, Coach. But who said we going home? See, that's the loser mentality.
It's not a loser mentality. Period. I'm telling you right now. No, it's not a loser mentality.
Hey,
I ain't scared of no conference, Coach.
It ain't a loser mentality. Show me that you could win it. Once we win in the ACC, Coach, then we take the next step. I just call it what it is, bro.
No, Coach, we ain't got the win. We ain't got the Coach. So according to that theory,
yeah.
If we last year we tied, right? We tied for the lead in the ACC. We was tied for second. 5 teams tied for second. Virginia won the conference with a 7-1 record, but their second loss was to North Carolina State, a team in conference, but it didn't count. Because it's foolishness. The ACC is fool's gold, man. We need out of there.
Okay, we'll do it.
I don't know what he's talking about, Coach.
Yep. No matter we long as we make the playoffs and we can get to the net. I don't give a damn what time we play.
I'd rather be the top dog down here.
Thank you. I'd rather be the top dog.
We're gonna be the top. We're gonna be the top dog everywhere we go.
Okay.
Coach, we're gonna be the top dog anywhere.
I'm not saying we won't.
Okay. Top dog anywhere.
I'm not saying we won't. Okay. What I'm saying is
Ohio State agree. Would you guys agree that Ohio State is the best thing on the Big Ten?
If we join what is that? The Big 12, Big 10, whatever you call it. The Big 10 conference.
Yeah.
They gonna put us over Michigan and Ohio State.
We gonna be, what you mean put us over when we whoop that tail? What all we do is win.
Man, we gonna win, man. Come on,
They're gonna put a winner there.
I'm gonna say something, and guess what? Hold on, I ain't even trying to take no shot, but I'm gonna say something, and I'm really not trying to take a shot, but I think this is a perfect example, and I think we got a perfect person to answer. Oklahoma leads the Big 12. They would have been, if they were still in the Big 12, they would have been in the college football playoff for the past 3-4 years.
Facts.
Exactly.
They go to the SEC. They go to the SEC. Yeah, hold on, wait.
Went in. They
hold
still
on.
went in last year.
No, but hear me out. But look at the path. Ask Texas the same thing. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but look at the difference. I'm not saying don't do it, but they also dominated the Big 12 when they was in there. That's
how many championships they won when they was in the Big 12?
What do you mean? Conference championships?
How many natties they got? Texas got.
Okay.
No, how many natties they got?
They won one since we won one.
When the last time Texas won a natty?
When Vince Young walked in the end zone.
Yeah, but they ain't did it because of no Big 12 or SEC. All I'm saying is that didn't matter. They're doing better in the SEC.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying, what conversation are we having? Are we having a conversation about us winning, or are we having a conversation about the money being spent?
Yeah, but you're talking about a Mac Brown, Texas versus Sarkisian, Texas.
We're going to win regardless. I just think that the Big 10 or the SEC offer us more as a winner.
You can't say that, and we haven't won the ACC.
If we win in there, we getting more.
More what?
You can't say that.
I don't care. I want to. We continue. I want to. See, I'm a college football fan too. I want to play Alabama. I want to play Georgia. I don't want to watch no dang Miami and Pittsburgh. I want to watch Miami and Georgia. I want to watch Miami and Tennessee.
See him in the playoffs.
How you call yourself a football fan and you want to watch them boring games?
We did the same thing when we was in the Big East. We played Rutgers. We played Maryland. We played Boston. Hold on. We were in the same boat, believe it or not, when we were in the Big East. We playing Boston College, Rutgers, Maryland, Virginia. We playing the same teams at basically the same rate. Pittsburgh, all these teams we played in the Big East. Well, tell me what's the difference.
Coach,
okay. I'm a historian. Go look at the teams. Go look at the teams we used to play in the '80s. Go look at all the conference champions we played. We played a hell of a schedule.
Why does it matter, though? If look at last season for example, right? We lost.
It's better games.
Hear me out. What's the difference if to close the season last year? Okay, everybody gonna beat up that we came up just short against Indiana. Okay, granted. But if you look at our road through the playoffs, we went through A&M, Ohio State, Ole Miss. At the end of the day, bro, that's the cream of the crop of the SEC and the Big Ten. So what difference does it make if we beat those kind of teams at the tail end of the season in the playoffs?
I want to see them I want to see that kind of competition every week.
It don't matter.
I want to see that.
You don't even see that competition in every week in no conference. Like, what are you talking about?
No, but you're gonna see more. You're gonna see better games, though. You're gonna see if we was in the Big Ten or the SEC, you're gonna see better games.
All right, here we go.
I want to see Miami LSU.
3 good games a year, regardless of what conference you're in.
Can we get clarification on what he's saying? So what you're saying is, the team we played in the playoffs, you would like to see us play them in the regular season week to week?
Yeah, that's all he's saying.
Yes. We used to do it. We used to do it.
Hey, Coach, what we doing?
Dub, I know you ain't sitting here with your old tail and not remembering when we used to play Michigan, LSU. We used to play a schedule like that.
Hold on. I'm going to answer you right now. 1991. Hold on. 1991, undefeated season, right? You ready? Arkansas.
I'm looking at 87, 88,
okay,
85.
That's fine. I'll go to them.
I'm an 80s kid.
All right, that's fine. I'll go to them too. But let's look at 91. Arkansas. Right? Hold on. Excuse me. Arkansas.
Conference champion.
Excuse me. Houston. Tulsa.
Look at the record. Conference champion.
Let him talk, Kelly. Mike, I told you this before you got
Arkansas.
Let the man talk.
We're talking about the kind of teams now. Arkansas, Houston, Tulsa, Oklahoma State, Penn State, Long Beach State, Arizona, West Virginia, Florida State, Boston College, San Diego State was the last game of the season, and then we played in the Orange Bowl, Nebraska. That was in 91.
Hold on. Nah, there was some good teams.
Okay, Coach. Go back and tell me what was Arkansas record that year? What was Penn State record that year? What was Florida State?
Good. Exactly.
Arkansas was 10-0.
Okay,
it was good teams back there.
You
can't look at it how you
record of Arkansas. You talking about Arkansas today? Don't give me Arkansas was the Southwest Conference champion.
They was. Arkansas was good at that time.
Okay,
they was.
Hey, Coach, do me a favor.
And Penn State was good at the time too. Don't be looking. You looking at Penn State was dang good.
If y'all let me,
you can't look at them teams the way you look at them teams right now.
I feel like Ryan Clark right now when he got fired. He started to say something, and they wouldn't let him finish, and people took it all wrong.
Look at the past 20 years, every team that won the national championship, and look at their record. They ain't playing everybody that's good.
So that means that's what we got to do. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, why not?
I finished.
Why?
What are you talking about?
Hey,
come on,
Coach.
Coach.
You know what to look up. Look up this year's schedule.
Don't let them just be on here. Come on, Coach.
Hold on. I'm
Kelly Mike, what you suggesting? It'll be harder to keep the roster healthy all season too, though, bro.
Exactly.
And it'll be harder to stay healthy all year too.
I love good football.
I know.
I hear you,
bro. That's why
I hear you.
Injuries can happen in any game. Injuries.
If you love good football, then start a football
get hurt against FAMU.
Bro, see, this is why you gotta hold on. This is why you gotta hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is why you gotta hold on. This is why you gotta fact check. Hold on, excuse me. Hold on. This is why you gotta fact check people.
You say you're 80s kid. Them team when we used to play Michigan, them to your point, when we did used to play Michigan, them, but they took us off the schedule back then.
Hold up. This is why you fact check people.
That's what I'm saying, but that's because
they took us off the schedule.
Excuse me. This is why you fact check people right here.
Go look at
Arkansas. Hold on, Kelly. Arkansas was 6-6 that year. 6-6.
What year were they? Year? We played them like 4-5 years in a row.
Yeah, I'm talking about 1991. We talking.
You
Arkansas.
1 year. We played.
I picked the year we won the Natty.
Let the man finish, Kelly, Mike.
I'm talking about the year we won the Natty. They were 6-6. All right. Let me go look at Oklahoma State. See, well, look at Oklahoma State. We got to check the record. Problem? See, this is why I can't get nobody to come on the show and do debates because I'll be putting that helmet to their ass. But man, watch this right here. Oklahoma State.
You pick and choose your years, Coach.
No, I don't. I picked the year we won. I picked the year we won. Sir, I picked the year we won the Natty.
No, in one of those years they was. We played them 4 years in a row.
I'm talking about
we played Arkansas, I think 88, 87 through 91.
Hey, Law Dog.
All we got to do is beat who we got.
Arkansas was good back then.
In 1991.
Arkansas was good back
then. In 1991, Oklahoma State.
See how you picked 91? We won championship in 89 too. We won championship in 87 too.
Let me get that, senor. But in 1991,
everybody.
I'm trying. In 1991, Oklahoma State was 0-10. Matter of fact, let's look at it surrounding. The year after they was 4-6, 3-8, 3-7. 2 years prior, they were 4-7, 4-7. Trashola. Let's go to another big time. Now, Penn State was ranked number nine in the country that year. Florida State was ranked number 1 in the country, and we still beat them. We beat them 17-16. Other than that, we didn't play nobody of significance. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But you want to go to 87? You said 87, right? Let's make you happy. Let's make you happy.
87. Look at 88 was the year. Really.
What year you
88
won?
was the year.
Just let him finish to prove you wrong, Kelly Mike.
Hold on.
Just let the man finish.
He asked me what year I want to. He asked me what year.
87. He said, let's go
1988. Listen, 1988.
Didn't he ask me what year? Didn't he just ask me what year? Coach, did you just ask me what year?
Okay,
what year?
Yes.
What year?
1988. That's what you wanted, right?
I just told you.
All right. We started off against Florida State, number 1 in the country. We beat them. Then we played Michigan, number 15 in the country. We beat them by $1, 31-30. We played Wisconsin, trash. Missouri, trash. Notre Dame was number 4 in the country. We lost to them by $1, 30-31. Cincinnati, Big E. I mean, they weren't even Big E. East Carolina, Tulsa. Then we played LSU. That was ranked number 11th in the country. Arkansas was ranked number 8th in the country. BYU, and then we went to the Orange Bowl and beat Nebraska, number 6 in the country.
And how many ranked teams that we played that year?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bowl game was 6. So the bowl game make a 6th ranked opponent.
Okay, I'll take that.
Hey, Coach Hayes, can you do me a huge favor?
Okay.
Talk to me.
Okay, check this out. Pull up 2026 Oklahoma Sooners schedule and put Miami in that schedule, and let's see. Since he wants to give it a shot, and I respect him.
I'm gonna put it on the screen too, so people can follow along. Hold up,
Michigan.
Hold on. I'm gonna walk you through it.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk you through it. Let me put their schedule up here on the board so people can walk through it. Here we go. Let me get this off the screen. Somebody said slap the effect. Y'all take that. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Oklahoma starting off with UTEP right here. So they start off with UTEP. And you trying to say put Miami in the schedule of UTEP. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Miami in the schedule of Oklahoma.
Put them in the schedule of Oklahoma.
All right. Go ahead. So let's just say Miami versus UTEP. Is that a W, Cali Mike?
Dub.
Miami versus Michigan at Michigan.
Dub.
At the big house. Okay.
No, he said Kelly Mike. He didn't say Dub. He said
no.
Mike.
He's saying a win. Dub is a win. All right.
Dub.
Okay. Yeah, he's from Alabama. It'll take a little about 10-second delay. All right, here we go. New Mexico.
Stop yourself, coach.
Dub.
Shit. New Mexico, New Mexico, Miami, a win. Miami at Georgia, between the hedges.
Win. We can do that.
Okay, no problem. Texas at Miami.
Win.
Kentucky at.
What I'm saying, Coach?
No. Let's finish. Kentucky at Miami. Miami at Ole Miss. I'm sorry, Miami at Mississippi State. Huh?
Win.
Miami, South Carolina at Miami.
Win.
Okay, my bad. Miami at Florida.
A win.
Ole Miss at Miami.
Win.
Texas A&M at Miami.
Win.
And Miami at Missouri.
Win.
Okay.
A win.
All right. So I did what you asked.
We couldn't do that?
No, I did what you asked. So go ahead, Bishop. Make the gumbo fire.
But no, what he was saying, because we're the second strongest schedule according to ESPN, and so I wanted to give him his opportunity and to go through that, because understand, in order to do it, you got to go through a gauntlet, and it's a certain type of mindset, and no ifs, ands, or buts. We couldn't have what we had in the Big 12 in this SEC. It taught us in the first couple of years that we had to get our minds together. So now to put Miami in there is not a doubt that you can do it. It's just each and every week you see it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got some games in there. I know you were saying a win, but there's no guarantees when you're on the road at the big house and at the between the hedges. There's no guarantees.
Real quick.
Well, ain't no guarantee. Well,
I'm trying to, Kelly Mike, hold on, Kelly Mike. Kelly Mike, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand from your logic, right?
The night shift.
Why do you act like Alabama played Georgia every game? Why do you act like Ohio State played who the next best team in the Big Ten? You act like Ohio. I just say Michigan. You act like Ohio State played Michigan every game. Texas Tech played, I'm gonna just say Utah every game. Like why do you think?
Hold
on, let me
answer your question for you.
No, the question is, hold on, let me finish. You say you want Miami to be in the Big Ten and the SEC or the Big, or the you know what I'm saying, Big 12, right? How many? Watch this. How many teams in the SEC? I want you to name them, right? How many teams in the SEC? Since the SEC is this big overlord, right? How many teams in the SEC have won a national championship in the last 40 years?
Oh my God, Coach! They won 14 out the last. What is it? They won 14 out the last 20.
That you ain't.
What you mean?
Hold on. No, but you're not adding in. You're not adding in those additional games. We're talking about voting in to the Natty, right? You play your schedule, the conference game, and then who goes to the Natty. Now we're talking about playing 4 more teams. We're talking about playing 3 or 4 more additional teams. That's what makes the difference. You don't have time for injury and recovery like you did. You didn't get a month off. You saw, think about this. Think about this, Cali Mike. Our last game, hold on. I know our last game used to be in November. You didn't play the national championship till January. You could break something and recover. Hold on. Let me finish. You could break something and recover, or have a bad sprain or high ankle sprain and recover. Now, that dude can't recover because he don't have a whole month off like he had before, because next week he got to play another game and another game and another game. So I'm going to give Ben Marcus, but before I do, I got to give a little slow folk. Hold on, let me give a little slow folk for being a member for 34 months. Y'all clap it up to slow folk. Yo, it's time for the night shift. Go Flames.
It's salute.
I must say this, Ben Marcus had a perfect point. And I think this has always been the art of scheduling. That right there, and I'll say this from a coach perspective, I'm going to let y'all run and have it. The art of coaching is understanding what you need. And I think Ben Marcus hit this on the head. He says you want a schedule that gets you ready for the playoffs and develop your team, but not give you losses and injuries to your players. Again, you're not going to run away from injuries. That's going to happen. But you're trying not to, sir, you're not trying to fight Vietnam every week. Sometimes you're just trying to sometimes you're just trying to bomb the Bahamas, if you understand what I'm saying, right? Shout out to the Bahamas. But what I'm saying is the fans want to say, I'm a tough guy because you sitting at home looking at the couch, right? But when you in the meeting rooms and you got my man sitting up there with a cast on his leg, the other dude finger broke, this one got concussion protocol, this one got, bro, I get it. It sound good. It sound macho. But at the end of the day, I think Ben Marcus hit this on the head. You want to have a schedule tough enough that prepares you. But the tougher your schedule, yeah, you could beat your chest, but you know what comes with that? Injury. And that's what kills most teams. Injury. You're going to have way more injuries. And do me a favor, Bishop.
Okay, Coach.
I know I'm going to let you run with it.
Okay.
Hold on, Bishop. Hold on, Bishop. Do me a favor. Hold on. I got one question for Bishop, because y'all got the second hardest schedule. If you wouldn't mind, your 22 starters that start this season, game 1, do me a favor. Tell me how many of them start by game 12. No, I'm just being honest. Out of because you got the second hardest schedule.
No. You already know we answered this.
No.
I'm talking about 2024.
No, I know. But you got 22 starters. So in 2024, how many did you have still starting out of 22?
I think we had 11.
That's 50% of your starters out. Do you know what one ejection does to your starting safety for next week's game? And you talking about 11 dudes gone? I'm just telling you, bro. That's a coach's perspective. Now, as a fan perspective, yeah, I want to put this thing on expert mode and fight the biggest dragon you can fight. But go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I want to say this, and I'm going to let y'all have it.
Okay.
Hold on, Kelly Mike. I'm going to say my last point, and I'm going to let y'all have it. Kelly Mike, when I asked you the question, how many teams in the SEC have a national championship in the last 40 years? You said they got 14. That show you don't damn listen. The question was how many teams, not how many championships they have. How many championships do they have in the last 40? How many teams have a championship in the SEC in the last 40 years was the question. Not how many championships they have.
But let me tell you why that's irrelevant. Because
it's not irrelevant.
Because they didn't have it was yes it is because they picked the team. Didn't Coach them just tell you that from about 19 if we're gonna go back 40 years, when did they start having playoffs? That was picked, those championship teams was picked to play in it. Miami went 11-1 in 2000.
You the one went back. You the one went back to 19. You the one went back to 1980 something.
Well, we were talking. That was a whole different subject. That was a whole different subject. That wasn't based on championships. That wasn't based on championships. That was about that was about teams we played.
But you still don't listen. The point was.
Oh, you don't listen.
No.
In the 80s and 90s, they picked teams to play in the championship.
The point was.
That's all I'll tell you.
The point was, ain't nobody that ever played college football had a gauntlet of the schedule and just played all of these top 10 teams and made it to the college national championship game. That was the whole point.
So what you're saying that the teams. So let me ask you this: is what you saying that the teams in the top two conferences don't win championships? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Since they got a playoffs, since the playoffs, do the top is the SEC and the Big Ten the best two conferences? Since I'm just gonna go since they started the playoffs. Since they started this playoffs.
Let me tell you something.
Who are the best two conferences and who got the most championships?
Hold on, time out. Because you're not getting under the layer. The layer is when you have when one conference have a 50% chance to win a national championship, hell, you should win it. That's the part you're missing.
Well, if you in that conference, so if Miami in that conference, they should win it, right?
Hold on, you want me to answer your question, right? Look at a lot of Alabama championships and Georgia championship, right? You had Alabama and Georgia both in the playoffs, right? Against two other teams. One of them could have been from the Big Ten, and the other one could have been from the Big 12. Vice versa, however you want to put it. But anytime you have a 50% chance of winning, you want to talk about playoffs. Look at how many teams from Alabama, where the SEC and the Big Ten that actually been in the championship games or whatever in the playoffs to actually win a championship. They should.
Well, how did they get there, Dub? How they got there? How did they get there then? How did they get in the championship? How they got in the playoffs? How did they get there?
Hold on. First of all, I ain't the one voting. I ain't the one sitting behind the curtain saying, "Okay, we're gonna put these teams in." I'm not doing that.
So they got in because they was in the best two conferences.
No.
Would I be correct to say that they got in because they're in the best two conferences?
Okay.
Would I be
so what
correct
you're basically saying
that?
is, so see, hold on. Let's break it down. So what you're basically saying is, Alabama got in this past year because they were one of the best teams, right? That's basically what you're saying.
One of the best conference. The conference was the best.
All right, you got it.
Not Alabama per se. I'm saying that
you got
the
it.
Conference, Bishop Conference. Bishop is an Oklahoma fan. Bishop is an Oklahoma fan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Big Ten and the SEC, for all these people getting hurt and all this other stuff, all these excuses I'm hearing, when they come to pick them playoff teams, they get more teams in than any other conference. So if Miami is in those conferences, winning that conference, finishing second in that conference, finishing third in that conference, guess where they going? The playoffs.
Why
just like
Miami
we didn't win the ACC.
Right
we didn't win the ACC. We didn't win the ACC, but we got to the playoffs. So how many teams won the SEC but made the playoffs?
You just said we didn't win. Hold on. You just said we didn't win our conference, but we still went to the playoffs. So what you complaining about?
Exactly.
One team.
So
one team, but how many teams from the SEC and how many teams from the SEC and Big Ten didn't win the conference but made the playoffs?
Ohio State. Ohio State lost their conference championship.
We just want to be in the playoffs. We want if we get in the playoffs, we can win. That's all I'm saying. We get in. It's the name of the game is to get in.
Sir,
but what are you talking about?
Everybody talking about ACC championship and all this. No, I want to be in that conference over there because they gonna get. If you finish third in the ACC, are you getting in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Let's say Miami loses.
But
let's say we lose our quarterback. Let me ask you a question. Coach. We lose our quarterback for 2 games, and we 10-2 in the ACC. We 10-2.
Yeah.
We lose 2 games. We finish third. We don't make the championship game. We going to playoffs?
Nope. But guess what? If you lose your quarterback in the SEC or the Big Ten, you ain't gonna lose.
Flip it to you.
Hold on. No, I know what you're trying to do.
We 10-2 in the SEC.
I know, but that's the difference. Hold on.
10-2 in the. We 10-2 in the SEC.
Sir,
are we getting in the playoffs?
No, hear what you're saying. What you're trying
to say.
What you
mean we not?
No, listen.
How you can say that?
Listen.
How can you even say that?
Cali Mike, listen for a second, brother.
You for sure. Oh, so what you're saying, Miami is good. But what I'm hearing is Miami good, but we ain't good enough to win the Big Ten.
No, that's not what he said. No, hold on. Dub. Hold on. Here's what you just tried to do, though, Cali Mike, and I like it. That's why I like this. You sharpening my tools. You said if we get hurt, a quarterback get hurt, and we lose 2 games in the ACC, are we getting in? Probably not, even though we luckily have, but let's just say probably not. But if we lose that same quarterback in the SEC and lose 2 games, we're probably going to lose more than 2 because you don't have the same quarterback. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand is that.
But Coach, you said probably. I'm just asking the question.
It's all
if we
probable.
go 10, Alabama went 9-3 and Alabama went 9-3 last year.
Did they lose their starting quarterback?
Florida State, Georgia.
Did they lose their starting quarterback?
Indiana. Is that correct?
Did they lose their starting quarterback? Nope. Guess what? But I guarantee if I go look at their roster.
No, all I'm saying is that we can.
Brother.
All I'm saying is Miami right now got a better roster than most of them teams in the SEC. I would say every team in the SEC right now. There's not a team in the
until
SEC
we start dominating.
Got a better roster than Miami right now.
Until we dominate the ACC. Hold on. That roster means nothing if you ain't applying it. Because, hold on. You can say we got the best roster on paper. Hell, we had the best coaching staff on paper, Coach Cristobal first year. But if you ain't applying it, let's call it what it is. We can have the best roster, and we keep dropping these games. What difference does it make? Hold on, wait a minute. What difference does it make?
So let me ask you this. So are you saying we're not good enough to win the SEC? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is you want to take the path that's harder.
What are you saying?
You want to take the path that's harder for what particular reason? You haven't proved to me why. You haven't proved to me. Hold on.
Because I want more opportunities, Coach. I just want more opportunities. Those conferences get more opportunities. Is that not true? Do they get more teams in?
So then you telling me? So hold on. So you telling me then that we can't dominate the ACC? We got to be second and third fiddle in the SEC, so we have more chances instead of just be a dominant ACC. Number one.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
Kelly Mike.
Even if you don't,
I'm gonna give you some advice.
What I'm saying to you,
Kelly Mike, I'm gonna give you some advice. If you want more opportunity, you should work hard at your damn job instead of being on Coach A podcast. That's the only opportunity you're gonna get if you want more opportunity. But you can actually watch Coach A podcast on your job, but you still want more opportunity.
All right, real quick. Hold on. I got to give some love right quick. Shout out to OG Kane in the Billion for the dub on Cash App. Man, he said there's some real barbershop talk tonight, Cole. Let me make sure I got that right. Big time barbershop talk tonight. Y'all clap it up for OG Kane. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
I'm in here fighting by myself, but I would tell you this: we need to be in the SEC or the Big Ten.
So here's the only reason you fighting by yourself because
all I'm saying is we need to be in a better conference.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Would you rather? Okay, let me ask you this. There's $100 million at the top of this hill. There's two hills. You got to climb Mount Everest. Climb this ant hill. 100 million at the top of both. Which one you gonna climb?
I'm climbing both and take all the money.
I understand. Sound like you sound like Kangaroo Black now. You sound like you sound like Kangaroo Black. You know, because the legitimate answer is you would rather take a path of least resistance. That's why I'm being the first one to say it. Miami Hurricane got the easiest schedule, but y'all got the easiest. You damn right. And what? If y'all want one, come to the ACC. Right? So when people like Oklahoma and Texas complain, you can't complain about your schedule. You left where you could have been the big dog, but you chose the money and you're using the excuse because you wanted the greed. When in the long run, I'd rather win natties and make it up on the back end than being on the couch with $72 million.
Well, Coach, the SEC and the Big Ten, since they had the playoffs,
I don't mean to shoot no fire.
Who winning all the natties since they had the playoffs?
Big Ten.
But I don't think it's win two.
Coach, come on, Coach. Like, seriously.
Kelly Mike, hold on, Kelly Mike. I'm gonna ask you a quick question.
The only team to win.
Who's controlling the playoffs? Ain't it ESPN?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
They still control it.
So your whole argument is like non-fried bologna on a fried bologna sandwich. It's garbage.
And Miami proved it this year. But Miami proved it this year.
You don't want so according to Coach, you want if Dub say that the ESPN control the playoffs and they putting all their teams in, which their conference is the SEC. So wouldn't that make the path of least resistance? if ESPN, according to Dub, ESPN.
All right, let's change the subject, dog. We're talking in circles, ago.
ESPN.
Yeah, no.
So if they controlled it, wouldn't they put their teams in?
They are. Why you think you got 7?
I'm just going on what Dub said.
Why you think you got 7 SEC teams in it? Like, come on, yeah, they control it.
Wait. You asked the man what he rather.
So if we in the SEC, could we
for $100 million? He said both. Why are we still on this?
Right, that's what I'm about to tell you. No, but that was my point. So what? No.
The SEC is the ESPN control the playoffs, right?
Yes, but hold on. This is what I want to say.
ESPN control the playoffs. That's true.
But hold on. This is what I wanted to say. When I asked you that question and the way you answered it is the same reason. Remember, you were talking about, Coach, you got to get these people to come on here. See, you doing exactly what they did. Just answer the question. See, y'all don't be wanting to answer the tough question because you got put in that corner.
I did answer your question.
I said you have a choice. I'm gonna climb both.
Okay, well, if Bishop
ESPN is not the question.
Bishop is an SEC fan. He an Oklahoma fan.
Sir, ESPN is not the question. My question was, if you want $100 million, there's 2 mountains to climb: Mount Everest or Ant Hill. Which one would you climb, sir?
I'm climbing the Ant Hill first.
We know he gonna say, Coach.
Right.
He don't work. He don't even work at his job. He don't even work at his job. But we expect him to give us the right answer. Like, come on now.
I really feel like I'm in the barbershop for real.
Another one strikes the dust.
This that little classroom at the bottom of the hall.
Well, I got news for all y'all. Miami getting out the ACC in the next 4 years. I guarantee that.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't care.
They ain't getting out it because they ain't getting out it.
Man, come on, Coach.
Be a Hurricane fan.
I said okay. No, listen, I said okay.
Are you gonna be a Hurricane
give me
fan?
another topic. Let's go.
Are you gonna be a Hurricane fan when they in the Big Ten?
Sir, we was in independent,
Are
Big East, ACC.
What you should have did when you was in the ACC.
No, all I'm telling you is, if they go to the Big Ten,
Coach, a Michigan fan.
Yeah, if they go to the Big Ten, I don't care. I don't care if they go to ACC. Hell, I might as well go independent like Notre Dame and pick our own damn schedule. All I'm saying is, for people that are saying that they need to go, they can't tell me why. They haven't given a legitimate reason for why you want to
told you why.
Outside of the money. No, you didn't. But anyway, find something though.
I told you more money and better games. More money and better games.
Okay.
I hear you.
Is that not what I said?
Hey, Bishop, let me ask you this, because Buddy ain't talking about that.
Go ahead.
If we lined it up head on head, y'all think y'all want it with us?
Say it again.
Bishop, I'm talking to Bishop. If Oklahoma and
Miami can't even beat Indiana, bro.
You think y'all ready for that?
We're ready for whatever it takes this year. There ain't no ifs.
So John McKidd don't got it together. Y'all ready to go? Y'all locked and loaded.
Miami can't even beat Indiana, bro.
Did Oklahoma beat Indiana, Bishop?
What is he talking
don't do
about?
that. Y'all couldn't either. Y'all couldn't beat Bama.
Anonymous, who your team?
You couldn't beat Bama.
Okay, let's go there. Hold up, Bishop. Who that is talking
about
Indiana?
Anonymous, as anonymous. Who your team?
Anonymous.
Michigan, bro.
Oh shit.
Okay, so let's talk about
y'all in straight turmoil right now. Y'all in straight turmoil.
All right. We got representation. Come on.
Hold on.
Y'all really want to see? Y'all want to see Miami losing to Michigan?
Law, do me a favor. Law, let me season.
Law,
let me season the meat. Let me season the food and you cook it.
I'm saying, Coach, let me get out there right quick. Let me get the appetizer, Coach.
All right, you season it and I'll cook it this time.
So look, anonymous. Let's go ahead and get there. So y'all play Ohio State every year, right? You there, anonymous?
Right.
So let's go ahead and let's bet whatever right now. Let's go ahead and lock it in. We'll send it to coach. So let's bypass all the talking.
I take 75%.
You're a Michigan fan. Put some money where your mouth is. What are we doing?
They're gonna get quiet. They about to get quiet real quick.
Oh no, bro! I ain't never scared to bet on that game,
okay,
bro.
So
they can play bad all year. They're gonna play good for that one.
What we'll do is, hold on, look. This is how we do it. We'll put it on the floor right now. Hold on. We'll put it on the floor right now. And we'll have an understanding with Coach. And then, we'll bust it up. I'll bust my half over with Coach. I already know what Ohio State can do to them boys.
75.
So whatever you want to bet, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and we'll send it to Coach. Coach, just send me my half. You keep your half. And we'll go from there. Because I don't want to do no thumb wrestling. Let's go ahead and put it on the floor. Ohio State versus Michigan. What you want to do?
Hey, Raw Dog, you know how many times I done did that and ain't nobody send me money to Coach?
Let's put 50 on it. What's up?
Hold on, let him work. Let him work. He working.
He said 50. It's a lot.
Let's get out the way.
So that's 25 coming your way, Coach. That's on me.
All right. So hold on. I just need to know my part, so I know what I'm doing. If for I just need to know my part. So what is Coach Hayes responsible for right now?
We gonna do. You gonna be the merchant for the money. He gonna send your half. You gonna verify his. I'm gonna verify mine. After the game go to 0, just send me 25, Coach, because he lost.
And what game is this?
Ohio State versus Michigan. Because he knows Bryce Young not ready to take them boys there. He know that.
The game.
I mean Bryce Underwood. Excuse me.
Hey, bro, that's future Heisman winner. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and send the money live right now on the show.
He ain't ready for the conversation, Coach. So tell us about Michigan. What y'all got over there?
Well, Cash App take 2.99% per transaction. So I don't want to let you know. Put it in
whatever it takes to square you away, Coach, is done. It's good on my end.
Just letting you know.
So
yeah, it's good. It's good. I gotta pay you for the fantasy anyway, so I'm gonna set.
Okay, that's cool. Let's talk ball though. So can you give me what Michigan got this year as far as y'all schedule? I know y'all got a new coach, Kyle Whittingham, and you brought in some players. So what y'all got over there?
I hit crooked.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think Bray's gonna do better with the new coach, with the new scheme. I think our schedule is actually pretty tough if you look at it.
Let's look at it.
I mean, I think we probably might drop a couple games, to be honest with you.
We'll pull it up because I want to know.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Y'all can go toe-to-toe with Miami.
7-5.
I'm pulling it up right now. Y'all AD about to step down. Y'all new coach, the other coach still in jail. He right here with butter knives trying to cut people. Man, hold on. You know what's so funny? People hate Lane Kiffin, but Jim Harbaugh sure leave a mess in his wake. That's all. Bro, let's look at it. All right. Y'all start off with Western Michigan, the Broncos. Then y'all go to Oklahoma.
I got Oklahoma on that game, so we can put another 50 on.
Easy win.
Then y'all
I got 50 on Oklahoma.
Then y'all got UTEP, the Miners. Then y'all go to Iowa.
You don't hear me, Coach. I'm warming up over here, Coach. The grill getting hot.
Yeah.
I said I got 50 on Oklahoma. Oh, okay.
On Oklahoma?
Let's keep going, Coach.
Oh, that's an easy, bro. Bet.
Let's lock it. Let's lock it then. Okay, let's keep moving, Coach.
All right, bet. Yeah, I got you on the Oklahoma one too. What's up?
Okay, so we locked in for 2 games, 50 apiece.
I'll let y'all do the wrap up at the end.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
then look, we can get each other number, or you can jump in the Discord or whatever, and we can.
Matter of fact, our Discord has a betting. Where we keep track of the bets in there, so it ain't no ifs, ands, or maybe. So in the Discord,
come on in there, Coach.
So in the Discord, you can actually
Discord, buddy.
Hold on. Let me make sure where I put the bets at. Yeah, you can get in there. We can put that in there so y'all can map in who got what. But anyway, let me go back to what I was doing, hosting this thing.
I'm gonna get out your way, Coach.
No, y'all good. Michigan, Minnesota, Penn State, Michigan, Indiana, Michigan, Rutgers.
I'll take Indiana too. Just by the way.
Damn,
yeah, Indiana got that, bro. I'm not taking that one.
What?
Rutgers?
After they, I mean, I know they lost their players and shit, but I'm not betting that one.
Hold up, now you just talked. Hold up, wait a minute, long dog. You done seasoned the food. It's time for the chef to come in. Now you the same one. The reason this conversation got started because you talk about Miami can't beat Indiana, and then when we get to Michigan, Indiana, you know what you do? You know what you just did?
Michigan ain't gonna. Hey, Michigan might not beat them either. Shit, fuck.
Oh man, this dude, man.
Get him out the restaurant, coach. Throw him out, man.
And we finna put you back. We're gonna put you back.
Enjoy your 7-5 seasons,
bro. We finna put you.
He came in doing all that wolfing, coach. Now he docile.
Bro, he came in there talking all that. Woo, 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 woo. What we doing, bro?
See, he got. I see.
But I got you, bro. Ohio State and Oklahoma shit. That's easy. That might be a push. I mean, you never know. Ohio State might be good, but I think Bryce's gonna be better in the new scheme with the new coach. I just do. I don't know. Maybe I'm fanned out.
That button, coach? Why you ask us to fire the grill? He ain't ready to spend his money on this food.
I tell you, man, you'd have made me open up, put the lights on, had to bring a waitress in. I got to get somebody to take out the trash, and then you look at me, you talking about, man, I don't want nothing. Man.
Yeah, you just blew it for me, straight up. You might well let Cali Mike get back to Rocky.
Huh?
Fuck. So they might well give it back to Cali Mike. Shit, he came in here. I thought we was on to something.
But y'all figure out what y'all gonna do in regards to the donations. I'm gonna call it that, so you two don't get us, and then we'll go from there. But
hey, coach. Hey, Coach, good show. I'm up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
That's all I needed. Now that he gone, appreciate y'all. God bless him. Good night. No, I'm just messing with you. No, I'm just saying, man. See this football talk. This is what I be wanting, man.
This is interesting. Young Bleed said, you might have to straight up to say Oklahoma is just gonna be lost in the sauce when we go down there. Okay,
that boy trash.
Interesting.
Not actually like Oklahoma. I already know what y'all got brewing over there.
No. Hey, he's a big dog. You know. Hey, I heard this from last year in documentation, big conversation. So we're just gonna. Hey, we're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna put in work.
I'm gonna just tell you like this. You know what Buddy is? That boy, hey, Anonymous, man, you come right out of a comic book. Came here, had us ready for some doggone Anonymous ribs. I don't want nothing to eat. Anyway,
Coach, you probably you know, at this point, Coach, you know what you gonna have to do. You're gonna have to look for former players, Coach, to rap with.
That's what I was saying, bro.
You can't do the average everyday fan. They ain't got enough.
Hey, Law, you remember when when Rawhide had told me, Coach, you got to lose one? I refuse, dog.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do, Coach, but you're gonna have to trick yourself and turn it into a analysis where you know what I mean, you ask for a team breakdown and it'd be like the warm up, like the appetizer. Then come back, roll them in again and tell them, then we're going to do it, so y'all can get an understanding because.
Well, here's the problem. But here's the problem. When people get fanned out, that's how they get in trouble because they've said something outrageous and then they got to stick to it. That's where the problem lies. When people say an outrageous statement, and I'm going to find it. Just like I asked Cali Mike. I love my dog to death. But I already knew what he was going to say because he knew. When he had to climb the anthill versus Mount Everest, it went against everything he was arguing for. He knew that. So what did he say?
Coach, SEC or Big Ten. That's all I say.
I'm going to climb both. I'm going to climb both.
That was crazy.
Yes, he wants both of the money. He wants both of the money. I ain't mad at him. He wants all.
But that gets you none of the money because that wasn't the question.
You can do without
actually, that answers the question wrong. It said which one.
Thank you.
So if you choose both, you're wrong.
No, but here's the problem. But here's the problem. If you climb Mount Everest, the real question is how many people have made it to the top versus how many people will make it to the top of an anthill. See, that's what that's what my whole point was. Yes, you can, but it's very few because it's so daunting to get up there. It is not an easier task, right?
Yeah, but explain it to them, and because you a teacher, I would assume, right? Explain it to them in layman's terms. That's not what the question asked.
Yeah, the question was, which one would you rather climb?
Which one?
One, yeah, not both. Which one?
Period.
Which one?
So.
Because the goal,
no money.
Because the goal is to get the what? The 100 million.
Exactly.
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
100 million non and void. You just lost 100 million.
And I said this, and I'm being honest. I said this to Oklahoma and Texas. I didn't say it as a shot. What I was saying was being very honest was, look at the gauntlet you're in. To your point, look at the gauntlet that you guys are in. Because you got to remember, I can understand a harder schedule when you had to be ranked a particular place because strength of schedule truly mattered. But if you are pretty much a conference champion, you are shoot in. You are shoot in. And your gauntlet now comes in those next 3 to 4 games you have to play in the college football playoff. When it was, number 1 versus number 2, I totally get that. Because there's just one additional game. But now that I got to play an additional 3, you got to play another quarter of a season. Think about that. Every 3 games is a quarter of a season, right? Am I right? It's for 12 games. Every 3 games is a quarter. You are now playing an additional, total 4 games? 3 in the playoffs and 1 in the Natty? That's an additional 4 games. You're playing another 33% of a season in the postseason. You know how rough that is on the body?
And coach, okay, with even with that, let me use that as an even better example.
Okay.
How many seasons have there been a 12-game playoff? Has it been 2?
2, I believe. Maybe 3.
How many? Where the champions came from? Where the champions came from?
All of them out of the Big Ten.
Yeah, all of them out the Big Ten.
Yep.
3.
And every last one of them out the Big Ten, right?
That's right.
So
hold up.
with this harder gauntlet, with all this easier road, all this other blah blah blah. How many teams climb that mountain from those weaker conferences?
Sir, the Big Ten, to your point though, but the Big Ten in itself is only top heavy by 3 teams. Indiana just showed up, right?
I agree. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Yeah. But the Big Ten better than the ACC.
I can agree with that. I don't disagree with that.
It's harder than the ACC. Would you agree that the Big Ten is harder? It's a harder gauntlet than the ACC.
I can agree with that. I don't disagree with that whatsoever, and that's my whole point.
Okay.
That's why Penn State had such a hard time.
With 33%, with 33% more games, your math ain't mathing.
What do you mean?
Because ain't nobody from the ACC won nothing.
What are you talking about?
I'm just going on your math. The easier team, the easier path. How many of the ACC teams got that 100 million? How many of them climbed that anthill and got the 100 million?
Miami, we didn't get it. No, but that's my whole point. That's the point you're missing. What I'm trying to tell you is we don't face nobody like Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. Think about it. All 3 of those on our schedule right now. And then you got to go play other teams similar in the SEC as well. Or maybe even play them again. And play them in a conference championship.
But didn't they?
That's what I was going to say.
Didn't Ohio State win the championship doing that same thing? Didn't Ohio State win the championship 2 years ago?
Yeah, they did. And as good as Ohio State been, it took them it took them 12 years to get back.
Well, all I'm saying is they still won it.
I'm not saying they didn't.
They won it. But
I'm not saying you can't.
I'm just saying with your formula, has anybody won?
Yeah, no, we got there. But again, remember, we 3 years in. I'm just going to tell you.
And who we lost to? A Big Ten team, right?
Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is with your formula, with all that making so much sense,
How
nobody
we get back
won.
to this, dog. You're right.
I'm just going on. I'm going on the 33% more games. I'm going on the 33% more games. You play an easier schedule. You gotta you win your championship. And all these years, the only team to come out this easier conference is a team that didn't win the championship.
And guess what?
But the team that won the championship in this easier road ain't did nothing.
Until we got to Indiana, we put an SEC team to sleep. We put another SEC team to sleep. We put a Big Ten team to sleep. And we didn't put that last Big Ten team to sleep. That's probably because we didn't have a big injury bug like we normally have.
But the same Big Ten team, all I'm saying is the same conference where they playing each other. They playing each other in the championship. Because when Ohio State won it, they lost at Oregon. They played Oregon in the playoffs. They played Penn State in the regular season. They did all that, and they still won championship. Indiana, same thing. They played Ohio State in the regular season. They played Oregon in the regular season. They played Oregon in the playoffs, still won championship. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that what you're saying, it sounds good, but it ain't none of that came to fruition.
So I'm gonna say this last
piece. I'm gonna say this. Using the same thing you did.
And you're right. And I'm gonna say this last thing, and I gotta be done. So based on your logic, the Miami Hurricanes will not be winning the Natty this year.
No, based on my logic, that Big Ten is just where we should be, or the SEC is where we should be,
sir.
And we're going to win
wherever you just said, based on
that move.
Based on your logic.
Don't be scared.
Hey, the gumbo finna get spicy.
Don't be scared
based on your logic.
Don't be scared to be great.
Based on your logic.
To be great.
Based on your logic.
Scared to be great.
Sir, based on your logic, Miami will not win the Natty this year because we don't play no tough teams. Right? The Big Ten played Ohio and Oregon. That's what you clearly said that. You asked me, name an ACC team that has won.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a hypothetical. Miami win championship this year. Mm-hmm. 75% of it would have been in 4 champions in the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. 3 of them came from one conference in Miami. So does that make them outlier, or does that make what does that make them?
No, it means Miami got better. It means Miami got better. We got better.
Miami got there because it was easier?
No, we got to the playoffs because it was easier.
But are you saying we can't get better in the other conference?
I'm not saying that. Are you saying that Miami won't make it to the Natty because we ain't in the Big Ten or the SEC? Based on what you've been telling me, why we need to go?
No, I'm not saying that.
All right, then.
No,
so
I'm saying, hold on.
So you're saying, hold on.
Logic,
so basically,
your logic don't make
Cali
sense.
Mike, it does. Because if you're saying we can go in the ACC and we can go in the Big Ten.
We can go in any conference is what I'm saying.
So then the only reason you want to go to another conference then to satisfy your own entertainment.
More money, better games. More money, better games.
Who?
Yeah, but Miami benefit a lot.
More money, better games.
Miami benefit a lot from playing all them weak ass teams because they don't have so many injuries. Their players are more well rested.
Cali might think it's a video game.
Exactly.
He think every time you cut the game off.
How has that benefited us? How has that benefited
Cali
us?
might think every time you cut the game off, next week you start over and the players back at 99%. It don't work that way. It don't work that way.
It don't. Well, why we ain't won nothing then, Coach? Why haven't we won? If that's the case, why haven't we won?
You want my real answer? You sure you want my real answer? Because now you asked this question.
Yeah, I want.
Hold on.
I want your real answer. Why haven't we won? And why has it?
All right,
not
hold on.
just us.
Cali
let me make
don't
the
do
question
this.
better.
No.
Why hasn't no team from the ACC won?
Because
the 12-team playoff. Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, Cali Mike. Now you the same one. Coach, you too hard on these Canes. Now, do you want this real answer?
I want the real answer.
Okay.
The truth will set you free. Come on.
I'm already free. It's going to set him free. Here what I'm going to tell you. The reason we haven't won this is because in-game coaching, right? The same way y'all said Mario Cristobal is watching the special teams. I know y'all going to say, yeah, you're too hard on them, coach. But now you asked for this. So you're going to take it. See, when you oversee things and you see potential problems, I told you in the video I made when I was walking, our job is to locate, identify, and fix problems. That problem with that tight end getting blocked.
That's what he's doing. He's been doing that every year.
That's proactive, sir. I'm talking about that's reactive. I'm talking about being proactive. Hold on. So let me finish this. See, the problem is, hold on. This is what I'm trying to tell you. See, we want to fix stuff all the time when that problem was right there. I'm finna get real biblical, sir. You know, God give us all stop signs, Cali Mike. But here's the best part. He give us the gift of choice. You don't have to stop at that stop sign, but understand the consequences that come with it. You could run that stop sign and get a ticket, right? That's a warning. You could run that stop sign and get in an accident and everybody survive, but you got some damages. Or you could run that stop sign and pay the ultimate price, right? It's all about your choice. And when you as a head coach and you put all of those coaches in charge, that is their job. When you watch film, you don't watch film primarily to praise the good. You watch film primarily to find the problems. And so whoever's over the special team, including the head coach, when you saw 86, and I could go pull up tape after tape after tape after tape, and they got all 22 and 22 different angles, left, right, up, down, side, line, side, up, down, blimp cam, and 86 ain't blocked the soul all damn year. And nobody fixed it. At the end of the day, that fall on the CEO, the head dude, the HCIC, the head Cuban in charge, because he the only one standing at that podium. So, hold up. When have you ever seen the special team coach stand at the doggone podium? Hold on, I lost my headphone. You ever seen the special teams coach stand at the podium? You ain't never seen this. At the end of the day, Mario Cristobal, Lane Kiffin, whoever the head coach is, has the ultimate responsibility of this team. Now, does he have disciples? Of course he does. That's why he puts them in charge. I'm simply telling you, when you are reactive in a football game, you are dead. If you're reacting, you're dead. I listen to Cam Newton-Day talk about play calling. Pre-snap reads put you in a better position for the play itself. See, this game is a very proactive game, so we can say what we want to say, but we have to be able to play the game prior to. Now, you asked me for this, and I'm giving it to you. Now, you take off the table what you want. But what I'm telling you is the reason we lose the games, the reason we lose the games that we're not supposed to lose is not because of talent. It's not even because of technically coaching. It's because of what? The preparation piece in understanding the nuances that we have overlooked, and that other team has found the chink in the armor and taken advantage of it. In-game coaching is how do you fix that in the game? That's really why we lose the games we're not supposed to lose. Because if you go look at it, the little games that we lose, there are small nuances that make huge differences from a coach's perspective. I'm not talking about a fan. I ain't talking about I'm talking about little small things that we didn't take advantage of, or they took advantage of, and
all that's true, and all that, everything you said is true, except for why hasn't one team since the 12-team playoff won a championship from a non-tougher conference?
Well, because I think Florida State, if Jordan Travis was in, he would have won. I'll be honest with you. Being very honest, if Jordan Travis at Florida State was there, I think they could have won it or definitely been in it. Clemson chose not. Hold on.
Didn't he get hurt against North Alabama, if I'm correct?
Yeah,
I think he got hurt against North Alabama.
And it's a wonder how injuries make a difference. But here's what I'm going to tell you this too. Clemson chose not to bite the apple, right, the forbidden fruit, and go with his NIL transfer portal, and they got bad all of a sudden. It was only 3 top teams. Miami said, we going head first in a shallow pool, and we finna make it happen. And look what you got. Just telling you what it is.
And we'll have that wherever we at.
Okay, yeah, great. Law Dog.
We'll have that
Law Dog.
what conference we in.
Law Dog.
Hold up.
Law Dog.
I'm with you, Coach. I'm with you.
Now that's how you talk to him, dog.
Nah, that's how you talk to your son. Nah.
Hey, Big Gerald. Hey, Big Gerald. I gotta make that a sound bite. Hey, yo, Big Gerald. Now that's how you talk to your son. Yeah. I ain't want to son him because Cali Mike, my man, but that's old for y'all understand URL. Shout out to that. But anyway, I'm just simply saying we could talk in circles about this. I don't care. But at the end of the day, we have to win the games we're supposed to win. And if you go look at those two games from last year and the previous year, right? Little things make big differences.
Oh, man. You are absolutely correct. The little things.
Little things. We sitting in perfect man defense. Guess what? They checked the mesh concept. I literally heard Cam Newton talking about it today. They got 2 play calls in one. If it's a zone, we're going to run our zone beater. If it's a man, we're going to run our man beater. We don't look crazy. We don't disguise nothing. They, oh, you a man? Oh, okay. Let's run our man play. Mesh concept. I'm just telling you.
But Coach Hayes, you know and I know, being old coaches, you got to make adjustments on the fly.
You
can't wait till the game is over. And a lot of times, a lot of the teams that didn't win the national title is because we weren't making the necessary adjustments on the field at the right time.
Right. Listen, I told y'all this, and I don't want to hash this over with Indiana and Miami. Indiana, they football judoed us. They used our strength against us. They used our athleticism against us. These mother lovers, I almost said something. These mother lovers RPO the corner, dog. I ain't never seen that.
Facts.
On a quick out, I ain't never seen that in my life. That's why I was like, if y'all was in the Discord with me, I was like, are these mother RPO in the corner? I said, what in the God bless it? Because they knew we were more talented than them.
Yep.
So they had to outthink us. And that's exactly what they did. They had a quarterback that could think. He's not the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not the most athletic dude out there. But he outthought us. They prepared them, and we never adjusted to it. We never pressed bail. We never played off, sunk up. The one time we did it, O'Connor almost had the interception. We never trail technique for the back. Yeah. We never trail technique for the back shoulder fade and got a guy over the top.
Facts. And y'all was pressing the hole. The running backs were running all day.
All you do is run the outside zone. I literally just saw Mark Fletcher's highlight tape about him running the ball. Somebody made it. And you know what the funny thing was? Every time he ran the outside zone in Indiana, 20 plus yards.
Facts.
He ran good inside.
Thank you.
But every time he ran outside zone, it was 20 plus. The other one was 60 yards for the tub. And I'm going to say this. This is how I know we out athlete them people. I'm not knocking Fletcher, but he ain't the fastest dude on earth. And ain't nobody in Indiana could catch that dude. They weren't even in the picture frame with this cat. Think about that. Would you agree Mark Fletcher ain't the fastest dude running the ball now? I think that's a fair. This is no knock. I'm just saying he ain't Duke Johnson. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just calling it what it is. And nobody with a red jersey was in the frame with him. He ran the ball phenomenal. But when did we take advantage of the outside zone?
Well, I will say this. I will say this too. Jimmy was the best coach we ever had. And
man, you got to know what I'm talking about right now.
Talent for days. What I'm saying is Jimmy lost 2 championships before he won one.
Okay.
But he was the best coach we ever had. Then all I'm saying, I can see Mario winning the championship because if I watch natural progression. Natural progression is he gets better every year. And whatever's the problem this year is not the problem next year.
I understand.
And I see it.
I understand.
And you see it too, Coach.
I do see it.
And I will say this too.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this too, that the mark of a good coach is to go back and watch. Why do you watch film? Why do you watch tape? Why do you do that?
To break down the film and know the tendency of your opponent, so you'll know where to attack.
But what you're telling me,
and that's every coach do that, right? Listen. Every coach do that, right?
Yes, but hear this piece out. You're 100% correct, and I appreciate, as all coaches should, including myself. Yeah, you're going to watch it after the season. But you better have that same intensity. It's called self-scouting during the season, because those same people are looking at you. I'm just simply telling you that what happened is we made some plays against Texas A&M, right? Their quarterback was subpar. Right. Let's be real. The 2 interceptions Bryce Fitzgerald had, that quarterback threw them behind that dude, right? I'm not taking nothing away from Bryce Fitzgerald now. I'm just telling you, we capitalized on their mistake. Great. That's what we're supposed to do. That's football, right? We capitalized. Bro, Ole Miss, oh my God, if they did not expose us defensively by the way they ran those flood concepts, bro, they was killing it. We just had enough offense and run game to keep them off the mat. And Lacey was hurt. And Lacey got hurt, the number 5. I'm just calling it what it was. The moon and the stars were in our favor. Ohio State, Keontae Scott, God bless his soul. He flipped the whole game with that one. I mean, we made big plays, and that's part of football. Don't get me wrong. But I thought Indiana was the least talented team, even though they were undefeated, the least talented team in the entire playoff run we had. But better coached. Well coached.
Everybody thought that.
See? Well coached team. I'm not taking.
Do you think? Well, okay. According to, do you think Indiana's gonna be in the top of the Big Ten next year?
I don't.
Because the coaching is the same.
Well, I'll say this.
No,
I get that. I don't know. I haven't followed them. I think that 2-year run may be over. I still think they should be competitive. I don't know, because here's what I do know. It's all based on that quarterback. And Mendoza was a great evaluation pickup by that staff. Mendoza is what made that team go. He did just what he did at Cal. He looked just like he did at Cal. The difference was, I think there was more buy-in in that program. If you go watch us against Cal, he looked identical. I don't think they had
even on the defensive side. No, but I'm saying even Indiana on the defensive side, I'm saying they got all their coaches back.
Yeah, but coaches means.
Do you think they'll be in the top of the Big Ten based on they were the least talented team you saw in the playoffs? They just had better coaching. So I'm just asking you, off of that, what you said, will they be in the top of the Big Ten next year?
I can see it. I can't say because I don't know all that they lost. I would be lying to you to be like, yeah, I don't speak like that. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. I don't know how many of those guys left. I don't know how many guys are coming back. I'm assuming they got some players in there. I still think they could be maybe the top 4 in the Big Ten. I don't know what Penn State going to do with all those guys that left and Matt Campbell just getting to Penn State. But I could definitely see them being in the top 4, still maybe being competitive. However, the biggest factor right now is the quarterback. The biggest factor is the quarterback. I don't know how that works.
So they went and got another veteran. They went and got Josh Hoover from TCU. That's who they got.
Okay.
And he's a game manager, wouldn't you say that,
level. He's similar. Yeah, he's similar. He's similar to Mendoza. He ain't gonna break the bank, but he's a pretty good quarterback. He all right, but
okay.
I'm just thinking he's a good quarterback. They got great coaching, and that's why I asked the question, because they brought in a quarterback that's a veteran, that's pretty good quarterback. Like I say, he ain't no world beater, but neither was Mendoza. Mendoza did what he did. Josh Hoover basically do what he do. Similar type situation, not exactly the same, but that's why I asked the question, because I think Indiana will be in the top 3 or 4. I'm with you there. I don't think they'll be better than Ohio State. I think they got better coaching than Ohio State, but I don't think they're going to stay on top of Ohio State.
No, I can agree with that. I think Ohio State,
Oregon.
they just
I don't
roll.
think they stay on top of neither one. I don't think they stay on top of neither one of them, Oregon or Ohio State.
No, I can agree with that. Like I said, I mean, and again, here's the thing about Indiana. No love lost, but if you go look at them, right, they had outside of their schedule last year, starting off in 2025, they start off with Kennesaw State, Indiana State, Illinois, right? They played Iowa, a 23-ranked Iowa, or Oregon, right? And they beat both of them 5 points and 10 points. Cool. They go Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, and they beat Penn State by 3. They go Wisconsin, Purdue, and then beat Ohio State by 3 in the conference champion game. Again, I think that's a good schedule that tests your team, right? Like what Ben Marcus said earlier. But in between it, you mitigate a lot of injury. You understand? You're not in a gauntlet. And I don't know. I mean, no, they did a phenomenal job. I can't take nothing away from Indiana. I think that Kirk Cignetti and his staff maximized everything they could out of those players for the past 2 years. They got every ounce of whatever they had in them. If you can only give me a C+, they got C+ out the dude. If they get, you understand what I'm saying? Like whatever they could get out of every player,
I got you.
That's what they got. They got the max out of every one of those guys. And they played well as a unit. They played extremely well as a unit.
Film junkies.
And they saw the film. They played tough. They rallied to the football on defense. I mean, and they found 2 guys that in receivers because, dog, we went through the tape. Indiana didn't do nothing special. I talked about the H-back. When he lines up like this, it's a run. He lines up, he folds inside, it's a pass. When he lines up off and 2 yards outside, he's releasing for a route. I wish Dub was still on here. We went through that tape. That's what he was talking about earlier. I would say, Dub, you the middle linebacker. What you see? Coach, I see inside zone because he like this. I'm talking I'm talking 50-year-old dude. E. Brown 904, and he got it. But what they did well. And they executed extremely well. You understand? We just
That's why I asked you, dude. But I don't even with that, I think Ryan Day is not the coach Kirk Cignetti is, but I think gonna beat his behind this year. He beat him the first year, he lost to him this year. Ohio State, Ryan Day got a championship. And Cignetti got one. Mm-hmm. Cignetti's staff is completely back from last year. Ryan Day's is not. I still say Ohio State beat them.
Yeah, I think the quarterback is going to be the Hoover. I don't know Hoover. We look at his play, but what is his mentality? Who is he?
He played TCU. He played for TCU.
I know who he is, but when I'm saying when I say who is he, I'm talking about as a player, as a person.
Very smart.
As a
he's
leader.
A coach's kid.
Okay. So, no, I get it. So there we go. And I'm going to tell you something else. Let me find this out right quick. I'm going to tell you something else Mendoza did, right? What was his name? Fernando?
Yeah.
I want to make sure before I make this statement because I believe I'm right, but I'm going to make sure. Fernando Mendoza, when he was at Indiana, let me make sure. Hold on. Yep. Did exactly what I thought. He protected the football. He had 41 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He protects the football. He doesn't give you a lot.
Yeah.
He had 6 interceptions his sophomore year at Cal. He threw 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. This dude had 41 touchdowns, right? And 6 interceptions. This dude had 41 touchdowns with 3,500 yards. So he protects the ball too, so he doesn't turn it over.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you the question. That's why I asked you the question. Because Hoover, I think Hoover gonna be similar. I don't think he may not be 41-6, but he's gonna be similar under the coaching that they got over there. But I still say they ain't winning nothing.
Yeah, I get it.
Hoover's a turnover machine, bro.
So Josh Hoover, I'm looking at Josh Hoover right now.
He was, but I think he'll be better. I think his numbers gonna be better at Indiana than they were. But he was at TCU. He's gonna play with better coaching. He's gonna play with better talent around him, and he'll do better. I ain't telling you he's gonna be 41-6, but his numbers gonna be pretty good.
I think what Kirk Cignetti does a good job is.
Can he make those back shoulder throws though at the end of the big games, like Mendoza did?
Yeah, those are huge.
We're gonna have to see. That's what we're gonna have to see.
Hey, is this 2006 Kane
moment there? But
this is my man 2006 Kane.
That's me.
All right, what's up, baby? Hey, so I saw you sign into the fantasy. I didn't know if you want to put your nickname or whatever in there, but you can do all that. I just wanted to remind you. I saw you signed in, so I appreciate you, man. Man, I can't wait to get it in, boy. All right, I didn't even know you was on here. I just heard your voice.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun.
I love it. But here's what I'll just say.
I've been on it for a while. I've been unmuted for a while. I've just been listening.
Oh, okay. I'll just say, man, I got so many monitors up here.
I'm just saying, I just want to touch on what Kelly Mike was saying. Like earlier, he said, like the name of the game is just to get in. Well, if it's the name of the game, then we definitely don't want to be in the SEC. Because that's going to be a lot tougher. Like Texas, look at Texas' schedule, bro.
Bro, that's crazy.
Look at it. Go look at Texas' schedule. Yeah. Texas is supposed to be what? Top 5 team picked by everybody?
It's supposed to be.
You tell me if they're going to make the playoff with this schedule.
Bro, just Texas schedule. Okay, watch this. I'll read it to you. Texas schedule right now.
I don't know.
Texas start off with Texas State, Ohio State, UTSA, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Missouri, LSU, Arkansas, Texas A&M. Man, shit. All right, Kelly Mike. You go climb Mount Everest. Guess what? By the time you by the time you get,
Coach, I'm gonna tell you July 21st.
Listen, by the time you get the Mount, by the time you reach
in the playoffs.
Hold on, by the time you reach the peak, and they beat the hell up.
9-3 SEC in the playoffs.
And they beat up. They beat up.
Coach.
Okay.
Coach, I disagree with that.
Okay.
Like I said, we got 3 champions. We got 3 champions who ain't none of this easy schedule crap worked for nobody.
Let me ask you a question.
Ain't none of that work.
Okay, you
nobody.
right. How many champions? Hold on. How many championships? Matter of fact, how many natties have Texas been to since the college players started?
1.
0. How many playoffs they been to?
How many?
No, they've been to 2 playoffs, haven't they?
No, I didn't ask the playoffs.
The
goal is the natty.
Or the 4. Now I'm lost. Now
I don't care. Since the playoffs have started.
Yeah, but I think they only been twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they've been once or twice. They ain't been more than that.
And that's my point. How many times? How many times has Miami been to the playoffs?
1.
And where did they go?
They went to the net.
And half of that is because I'm telling you, we did. Think about it. Let me ask you this. Outside of Elijah Lofton, who on our team missed significant games, in the playoffs now, due to injury?
In the playoffs, nobody.
Except Elijah Lofton.
Other than Lucas getting suspended for the first half of the Indiana game, nobody.
And that's what lost it for us, too, to me. They killed us in the first half, running that same crap on Lucas' side. And then when Lucas came back, they stopped doing that.
And that really had nothing to do with his injury compared to when he out. But wasn't he out because of the penalty, right?
Yeah.
Targeting, yeah.
And they eliminated the 1-game suspension or the
right. But
1.5 suspension anyway.
But think about that.
Yeah, they did.
Hold up, Kelly Mike, watch this. What were they doing when Lucas was out? What were they doing?
Throwing that same crap to his side, that short crap, catching it underneath him, is doing it the whole first half. They couldn't do it in the second half.
Hold on, but who were they doing it to?
The backup.
Okay, and that's the same thing that Bishop said when they lost 50% of their starters. I just want to make sure. I want you to understand how important injury is.
But all I'm saying to you, all that makes sense. What you're saying makes sense, but how can you explain no championships with that formula?
I understand that because I did explain it.
The same formula
because
you use.
No. I explained
it. It sounds good, but it hasn't yielded no fruit.
I explained it because Florida State, after that, took a dump, which nobody expected Florida State after going 13-0, do what they did. They took a complete dump on their life and have not recovered. Dabo Swinney decided not to indulge in NIL like he should have, and his program taking a hit. I think he understands, like, wait a minute, we ain't dying on this hill. And Miami said, we full steam ahead with it. Let's go. And look at the results. I'm just telling you, that's why you don't have any. Because the top three teams historically in the ACC are who? Florida State, Miami, Clemson. Is that fair to say? Historically. They're going to be in the top three.
That's fair to say. That's fair to say.
And two of the three took a dump. And when we got in,
Coach,
we went to the top.
Let me ask you this: when Mario was at Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, I think he was recruiter of the year there, right? I think he was there from 13 to 16 or somewhere around there, and he was recruiter of the year. So I say to you, with what you saying, he was going to do by going to Miami. Period. What he's doing, he's always done. So
exactly.
That was going to happen. The recruiting was naturally going to get better. All he had to do was, and when the recruiting got better, he was going to win more. And as he win more, the recruiting gets better. He won 13 games in his, fourth year. The recruiting is off the charts. He developed.
No argument here for me.
Of course he gonna win.
Hold on. Can I go back? I think his recruiting was awesome his first year. I think, of course, it's gotten better, but it's not like.
It was, but it had to grow. It had to grow.
No.
It was. It was awesome his first year, but each year it's gotten better.
Well, of course. Well, of course. But what I'm saying is, one thing I'm giving Mario Cristobal credit for, he is really using his superpower. So I don't have it. There's no qualms at all with me about recruiting. I love what he did his first year. You went and got Wesley Bassett. You went and got Ruben Bain. You kept these cats home. That's what we've been begging for. Did some get away like Jeremiah? Of course they did, because the program wasn't stable. And I don't blame Jeremiah. If you go look at Ohio State, been putting cats in the league left and right, the development, it's kind of like the Shamar Stewart thing. Man, I love Miami. But right now, I can't trust that. And I understood when that kid said it. I get that. Because remember, the love for the logo don't love you. We talking brick and mortar versus my future. Miami will always be a university, but this kid got a time limit. So I get that. So to your point, now it's getting better because the Jeremiahs are now truly considering because of what we've done. But think about the kids he snatched at the state in which the program was in. The Ruben Bains and so forth, and all of those cats, and then understanding the transfer portal.
Oh yeah,
I don't have no problems with him at all whatsoever.
He did his thing with that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying he gonna win one. I'm saying he gonna win. Period. Because one, he gonna have more depth. He said something the other day. I was listening to him speaking. He said he don't believe in depth pieces or something like that. He believe in competition. He don't believe that if you on the team to like wait for the next man to leave. You there to compete for that starting position.
Of course.
And yeah, he said he didn't believe in quality depth. He didn't believe in quality depth. He believed in competitive depth.
Yeah, that's always been my.
Yeah,
can I tell? I hate to say this. That should be most coaches' philosophy when it comes. You want your competitive depth. You want that guy chomping at the bit behind him. Hate to say this, as a player, in the back of your mind saying, "Boy, if you ever twist your ankle, that's the last time your ass gonna see the field." That's what you want, even though you're not truly praying on another man's downfall, but you're praying for that opportunity, and usually that opportunity only shows itself through injury. And that's why I say injury is so important. People have to really it's not a video game. Think about how many players got hurt before the season even started. We have players out before they even got started.
But where there's
Damari Brown gets hurt every year. I've been Brown, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Damari Brown. I forgot about him.
If you build competitive depth, Damari Brown, a bad boy, he coming. But if you build competitive depth, when Clinton Portis go down, you got a Willis McGahee.
Exactly.
When Andre Johnson go down, you got a guy behind him that's just as good.
Yeah.
And that's what they did at Bama. Bama was that.
Yeah.
Bama was that. They're not that now, but Bama was.
And can I say this?
6 years ago, what's the guy name? He was favored. He was on the deal for the Heisman Trophy, and he twisted his ankle in like the first game, and Devontae Smith came and took over for I think it was Waddle. I can't remember if it was Waddle or it was another guy. It was one of them. But Devontae Smith came off that bench, and that's all I'm saying. So even if you build competitive depth and you had your team roster right, like I think Mario gonna have, he gonna be able to withstand injuries at certain positions. Because I don't think nobody can withstand quarterback. I
don't know. Can I tell you this? I'll just say this, and I got to get off here. Listen, I got to get off here because here's what I'm gonna just tell you. You're right.
Yeah.
The problem is the depth in which you're talking about from Miami with the Clinton Portis and the Bama time and the Devontae Freeman and all those cats. There wasn't no transfer portal NIL like it is. Now, what I'm going to give credit, since y'all believe too hard.
Right now,
Hold on. Listen, man. Damn, y'all, I see what Ryan Clark went through. Y'all won't let nobody get to their point. I'm trying to give praise, and you beat me to the praise. What I'm telling you is where I give however or whatever Mario Cristobal did in that running back room to keep a Marty Brown, to keep a Pringle, to keep a Jordan Lyle, Mark Fletcher, phenomenal. Whatever he did.
Player retention.
Yeah, whatever he did. Remember, those were one of the boxes I said he checked. Whatever he did to keep the D linemen, all those guys that's got to kind of wait in line, the Scrogans and the what's the kid? Hayden Lowe. You don't think people are quote unquote tampering with them dudes? Huge. You damn right they tampering.
Oh, I know they are.
I know, but hear me out. What I'm saying is
I know they
phenomenal job by them in this climate. All I'm saying is not as easy as you like Clinton Portis and McGahee. People forget about Tyrone Moss. People act like Tyrone Moss don't even exist.
Oh, because he great. Because
he didn't go to the NFL and do it like that.
God bless him, dude.
Yeah, man, he passed away. But I'm just saying, you think about those cats, man. It was competitive quality. It was quality depth and competitive depth. But they also were trapped.
I think a lot of that was. I think Mario and his staff have very effectively evaluated these guys, and it's like they're getting guys that not only want to play at Miami, but they want to stay at Miami. Like they're just diehard Canes. They're not just going to run and take a check somewhere else because they know Miami's building something real.
I don't know.
Like I want to stick around for that.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna just be honest. I said this earlier. You know, we can fall in love with the logo, but all these shorties. Think about it. Pringle jumped in the portal and jumped back out. That didn't happen without some more money. I can tell you that, right? I guarantee there's a lot of negotiation happening on the back end, and it's only fair. It's only fair. Like, it may not get out, and I think Mario Cristobal has done a phenomenal job of keeping a lid on Miami and the things that circulate. But like when Pat Narduzzi said about his quarterback, like you said the other day, Mike, that could have been a play just to get more cash, to increase his value. I get it. That's the game we're playing. That is the game we're playing right now. And I get it. People may want to be in Miami, but hell, you may love your job, but if you work at Yahoo and a dude come from Google and say, I give you extra 500,000, $1 million.
Outro.
Gee, guess what? Google.com. Let's go. Guess what? We on the road. That's most people. Now, are there some people that are just like I always felt that Duke Johnson was a Miami kid. That's how I felt. But he was going to be Miami. He was going to Miami no matter who the coach was, no matter what the situation. He was a Miami guy. There was nothing you could do to sway him. That was
same with.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I felt that way.
Yeah, same with McGahee.
He was Malachi.
Will McGahee, same thing.
Right.
Malachi too.
Yeah, but Malachi, remember they won.
Malachi was going to Miami.
Yeah, but it was some school he was on heavy.
He went to Alabama to visit.
Mm-hmm.
No, he went to visit Alabama, but he was a 3-star, and they had it was a rule or something to the effect. Don't quote me on the exact rule, where if you committed and you was a certain level, that they didn't want you to take visits or something, and you would have to decommit to take a visit. He decommitted to take a visit to Bama, and he came right back and committed. But he was a Miami kid anyway. He wasn't going nowhere. But he did want to look, and so did it was a minute ago when what's the kid? No Cut Nick was talking about visiting Texas A&M. Now he did change his mind, but they were going to allow him to because he is a 5-star or whatever. It was, I don't know the exact rule, but they had some little rule, but they were going to bend it for him. But he's a Miami kid too. It's some of them kids you can see it. It's just who they are. But Miami does one thing.
I'll say this. Can I be honest with you? Can I be very honest with you?
That allows these kids to make money.
Can I be very honest with you? I don't know No Cut Nick. Never met him, never talked to him. But I think No Cut Nick is a Miami kid and by heart. But if Miami was what Miami was doing in 2014 and all that, he'd be another kind of kid. That's my honest opinion. I think that.
You think so, Coach?
I think so. If he came in a different era, I may be wrong. I know that Duke. This is how I feel. I'm gonna ask Duke when he get on. I feel like Duke was a kid that was going to Miami. I don't care who or what the situation. Bobo the Clown could be the head coach. Duke was going because he just wanted to be at Miami. He's a hometown kid. Really had a great relationship with his mom. Didn't want to go far. All of that kind of stuff. But I believe if Miami was in the same situation, hold on. If Miami was in the same situation as,
let me ask you this.
Hold on, Mike. If Miami was in the same situation when Manny was here, I don't think No Cut Nick comes to Miami. See, that's the difference in recruiting. When you ask me about recruiting and winning, now we get a No Cut Nick, right? Now we get that guy.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's Jeremiah Smith, but we get in the top.
Then you parlay that into Jaden Bryant.
There you go.
From LSU.
There you go. Come on now. Now we talking. Come on. I got to get off of here, y'all.
What I'm saying is this too, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miami is a brand. When they win, they're a big brand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows you to promote yourself differently. And just what Malachi doing right now, these kids, the local kids, seeing that too. And if they can, and Nick is the next Malachi as far as the branding. Now I can't say on the field all that, but I mean the branding, all the other stuff.
Yeah, but
he a big brand kid.
Exactly.
Miami is a brand now.
Yes, it is. But you have to remember, Malachi is also eating off of the success of the program as well because he was a major contributor to it. But let's just say this was 5-7 Miami. Malachi brand wouldn't be as big. That's what I'm not knocking. This is what I'm telling you is he's doing what he's supposed to do from a brand perspective. Strike while the iron is hot. Make book bags. Do all this Gabo's clothes. Yes, shout out to Malachi and the rest of these cats. But what I'm telling you is these brands are bigger because we're winning now. Like that's what I'm saying to you. So now to your point, it attracts these bigger names. No Cut Nick is coming to Miami versus going to Ohio State. Because I can go back and say Jeremiah Smith, Cornell Tate that left out of IMG, what was it, a light-skinned kid, Brandon Ennis. I'm talking about all the top receivers out of South Florida that left and went to other places. They are now starting to stay because what we were getting at one time, and I don't mean no disrespect to JoJo when I say this, Ohio State was getting Jeremiah. We were getting the JoJo. Ohio State was getting Brandon Enos, and we were getting Restrepo. You see what I'm saying? Not trying to take anything away from their talent. I'm just talking about
but Coach,
the type of kid.
I do believe, and you check the math, Coach, but I'm pretty sure, I think Malachi committed as a 9th grader.
I don't know about all that. Yeah, God bless him.
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he committed when he was a freshman in high school.
Yeah. It may have. I don't know. He may have. So. He may have. I don't know.
I'm not quite sure, but I do believe he committed early.
Yeah.
And then he ended up. But you're right. You correct. You 100% correct.
Yeah. I'm just saying to myself that I'm glad we're getting those kids. I'm glad we're keeping the main talent home. I'm glad. Yeah. Are we gonna get all of them? No. Some of them gonna go off. Right? Just like we did back in the day. Some of them went to Florida State. Some of them went to Georgia, and that's okay. But I'm glad and to give Cristobal back his credit and his flowers, man. He's done this. He was doing this at FIU. He was doing this at Rutgers. Do you know? See, a lot of people forget he coached at Rutgers. That's why when they be like he's under the Nick Saban tree, I always give him the Greg Schiano tree. He was under Greg Schiano at Rutgers. Remember when Rutgers and them had the Ray Rice and all that? He was a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of those Miami kids.
I mean, I don't give him Nick either. I'm going to go back even further. I give him Butch Davis because Butch Davis gave him his first job at Miami when he was a GA at Miami. And he tells a story about he had a chance to go be
the Secret Service.
He had a chance to be in the Secret Service.
Yeah, I get it.
And he chose the Hurricane. He chose Butch Davis, coaching under Butch Davis. Then before he went to he didn't even go. As a matter of fact,
no, I get it.
He chose to work under Butch Davis as a grad assistant before he would go to the Secret Service.
No, I get all that. I'm just simply saying, I get all that. I'm just simply saying that what people have to understand is when he came, the reason I give him the Rutgers, because you have to remember Greg Schiano was at Miami as well. See, people forget Greg Schiano was at Miami prior to. And then he goes to Rutgers. And we went to that camp.
He had the Jimmy L. Butch. Was Greg Schiano under Jimmy L. Butch?
Butch, I believe.
I can't remember.
I believe he was under Butch.
Yeah, I think he was under Butch too.
So anyway, long story short, this is my opinion, like I said, bro. And I think Cristobal has done a good job. Greg Schiano was at Miami in 99, 2000 as the DC.
Butch Davis.
Yeah. He's under Butch. So I'm just simply saying, man, there's a lot here. I think we're on the right trajectory. And I'll just have to say this last part. Chris Kane, I see you guys in here. I don't know. I got another guy, 2451. I appreciate it. This show was supposed to be an hour long. I'm at 328. Jesus help me, Lord. But I'm just gonna say, but you know what?
Long gone, Coach. Long gone.
And can I tell you something? Yeah. I started this show off in a crap ball attitude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, bad day, man. I don't even have a thumbnail for this show. I don't have. If you go look at the title, Football Talk with Coy, I don't got no description, no keyword. I just put it on. And this why I love this show, man. Because I get to talk ball, forget my worries. I ain't thought about nothing that happened today for the past 3 hours and 28 minutes. Now, damn, as soon as I hang up, I got to go solve some problems. But for these 3 hours, 3.5 hours, that's why I love this right here, man. This is why I love to talk just ball. You know what I'm saying? Because you forget about all the foolishness that go on in life until you get that text message.
I'm going to tell you something.
You still on the live?
I'm going to tell you something, Coach, and I'm going to be real with you. See, the thing is that when you got people that rock with you, and I'm gonna be dead ass real with you. When you got people that rock with you, who've been there for you, who've been there since you first started, this is the type of stuff that you have. You don't gotta put no thumbnail up for nobody.
That's true.
You ain't gotta have no topic for it. You ain't gotta do none of that. Because you know why? I sat back and I watched the show.
I heard bits and pieces, and I've done all, and I sat back and did a little something. I thought about it. I was like, we probably locked it. Let me just try to see if I can just slide in real quick, see what's up. Just to hear, just the barbershop talk. That's all that this is. You don't need no thumbnail for this, because look at what we've been doing. They've been going on doing it. To be honest with you, Coach, this is one of the things where you can do an 8-hour on this just alone.
We have one.
Think about this.
You know what, Chris?
We damn near halfway there.
And a notification.
I say again.
I'm telling you.
Watching the movie and the notification popped up on my phone. I was like, "Oh shit, Coach Hayes is on."
So you know what's so funny?
Like,
okay,
this is what happened.
All right, I gotta say this, and I gotta get off it because you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I told you I work with an editor guy. That dude helped me a lot, bro. And he always be like, "Coach, you a perfectionist. Some of the stuff you gotta let go." But that's how I was in coaching, and that's why I'm such a stickler about the small details, right? I can't let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm a stickler about. Remember I said, I'm trying to be the best. I want the color right. I want the aesthetics right, the mic, the sound, because I know in coaching, I said this earlier, the little things will kill you.
Right.
The little things will kill you. So, I take this same approach here, the same approach to this as I did on the sideline, as I take to this chair. And I'm like, it's almost like, okay, I got a what if. If this goes here, this goes there. Tonight, you just let it go, and it ended up being a great show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this. Yeah. Here's the key, though. This how I know y'all got my back. What if I said all I said? I'm not prepared for nothing. Ain't nobody call in. You know what you're going to be hearing?
Somebody going to talk about something.
No, but what I'm saying is y'all stepped in right in. But I'm just saying, so you got to be prepared. And that's all I'm saying. Man, guys, listen, can I tell you this? I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. I got to get off of here. We're going to talk Miami some more tomorrow.
All right, Coach.
We're going to definitely talk it up. We're going to chop it up, man. We're going to talk about these boys. I appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit the Discord, as well as make sure you go ahead and jump into this fantasy league. First come, first serve right here. Let's make it happen. Appreciate y'all, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, I was just say one last thing, and I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. Let me give me an ice cream sandwich. Listen, check this out. One thing about it, whether you are prepared or not, nobody on this show who rocks with you will ever let you drown.
I appreciate it.
And I'm out, Coach.
My man. Much love to everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all so much. Man, we rocking and rolling. Y'all brighten my day, but I'm about to go get in here, and I'm finna go kick somebody's ass to solve my problems. Much love. We out of here. Come here, you mother. Didn't I tell you?
Hey, Coach, you got my number. You need back, let me know.
Hey,
because when you close one eye, they close two. Huh?
Hey, don't even go there, Woody, because I'm ready to mask up. Don't even go there, Woody, because I'm ready to mask up. Huh? Anyway,
hey,
look, we out of here, thing.
I just got it, dog.